Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Your business or your home, across the town or across the country. We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
On the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Well, the last time the Century Patriots and the Deacons met was in Dakota Bowl of 2022, and Fargo Shanley came out on top 48-7. And tonight, well, Fargo Shanley has made their way out to the capital city as the number one team in the state of North Dakota to take on the Century High School Patriots. Hi, good afternoon, football fans. Good evening, early afternoon, whatever you want to call it. Scott Woodmansee alongside Chuck Clairmont from a rainy MDU Resources Community Bowl here on Friday night as we get set for AAA football in the state of North Dakota. The Century Patriots coming in 1-3 on the season, having, well, got shut out last week to the Minot High Magicians and Fargo Shanley. Well, they've just been rolling along as they've won 4 straight and are the number one team in the state of North Dakota. And Chuck, again, we mentioned the matchup last year. Century, a slow start last year, got into that title game, and Shanley cupped them, but now Century gets another shot at them here midway through this 2023 football season.
Yeah, well, thanks, Scott. Well, it's a rematch of last year's state championship team game, But ultimately, Century's hoping it's not a replay of last year's state championship game where Shanley just absolutely rolled over Century 48-7. It really wasn't a game at all. And Century at this point hasn't shown, I think, people that they could potentially stick close to Shanley. Although when you go back and look at similar games where they played a tight one against West Fargo Cheyenne, where that was a close football game where they just ended up losing on a tight one, 26-24. And at halftime last week, Shanley was only up 20-14 to that same West Fargo Cheyenne Mustang team. And so then the second half, Shanley blew them out. But ultimately, I'm sure Coach Wingenbach can look at things and say, hey, if we do things right, we've got some horses on our football team. If we run the ball effectively, we can stay tight with this team. And I bet you Coach Wingenbach said, rain, come again, please.
Well, if there's one thing that can be a factor, it can be Mother Nature, and Mother Nature will be a factor here tonight as rain. It's raining pretty good right now, but the wind appears to be down, but nonetheless, it will be a rainy night here from the MDU Resource Community Bowl. Glad to have you inside the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Timely services that won't slow you down. No appointment needed. Stay in your car, drive through oil change. That's Valvoline Instant Oil Change. As it should be a fun one. It's homecoming night for the Century Patriots as they get set to take on the number one team in the state of North Dakota. Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show rolls on with more. We come back, we'll take a look at the current poll and also the standings in AAA football in the state of North Dakota. You're listening to high school football, AAA football on the PSP network.
But Simon, what about mold? Agent Marlon Old. He holds the world record for fastest mold remediation.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP.
Welcome back to the MD Resources Community Bowl. Chuck Clairmont, Scott Woodmansee with you. Glad to have you aboard on our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Valvoline Instant Oil Change with locations in Minot and Bismarck. Find us online at VIOC.com as we take a look at the current standings in 3A football as we see in the western half of the state. Minot High out in front, 4-0. Bismarck High, 2-0. Mandan 2-1. St. Mary's 1-2. Legacy 0-2. Century 0-2. And Williston 0-2. So the hot team has been Minot High and Bismarck. And, well, we've got the Century Patriots and Legacy tonight looking at Chuck to get their first wins in the western half of the state on the season.
Yeah, and Legacy, as you mentioned, they've just been struggling, Scotty, so they couldn't come. Wilson couldn't come at a better time. And, hey, that's a pick'em game. If I'm taking a look at those two, I mean, Wilson they're not a horrible team. We watched them against St. Mary's, and they didn't play bad. I did some, and we did some prep for that game. I think Wilston's, they got some decent kids in that team, so I suspect that's going to be a close one. We'll try to stay in contact with that one. And then you mentioned the Mandan St. Mary's. St. Mary's coming off their first win under Toby Schweitzer, so we'll see how that one is. But the Davies-Minot game, that's the one that's on PSP Network. That's the one that we're going to keep an eye on.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. That's going to 2-5. That's going to be a 2-5. Now we saw Davies go on the road, come out here, and Bismarck High really kind of manhandle them. So I guess tonight will be kind of a real good gauge, if you're Mark Gibson, where you can say, okay, well, we played Davies, we took care of our home field. Now let's see what Minot High does the Davies up in Minot, and then that'll give them a pretty good gauge of where they stand, as they're going to have to take on Minot High later in this season. And
we know Minot's for real. There's no question that the games we've seen Minot in person and watch the PSP Network. They're on every week in the PSP Network, and so ultimately Minot, both offensively and defensively, has a very good football team. As does this Shanley team have a very good football team. In prep for that one, Scott, holy cow, they are loaded for bear.
Yes, they certainly are, as there's a look, too, now at our 3A media poll. As we said, Shanley in at number 1, undefeated on the season. They have not dropped at all. Minot High right behind them. They're undefeated as well. They moved up from 3 to 2. Cheyenne in at number 3. Bismarck in at number 4. And Davies in at number 5, Chuck. So really, there's kind of been a jumble towards the bottom, 3 through 5. But 1 and 2 have been, well, for that matter, I guess 2 as well. Cheyenne was up there for a bit, but certainly there's been a lot of movement in that 3A media poll.
Yeah, and ultimately there were a few people that were still naysayers for Shanley that had Cheyenne in number 2 or with some votes before this week. And I guess the victory last week with Shanley convincingly over Cheyenne moved them up to 20 people. They convinced everybody, including us. I guess we've been picking Shanley all along as the number 1 team. So they have ran the table at this point, and Century's going to have a tall task tonight, Scott, to get the victory.
Yeah, they certainly are. As it'll be hard on homecoming night here for Century. As we said, crowd probably be a little thin as due to Mother Nature. So if you're at home, glad to have you aboard. Tune on the PSP Network. 2 good ones for you tonight. But we'll have one here in the capital city, Century and Shanley. Our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show rolls on with more. We come back. We'll take a look inside the Century Patriots and the Fargo Shanley Deacons. You're listening to Trip 3A Football on the PSP Network. Back with more after this timeout.
To top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
But Simon, what about mold? Agent Marlon Old. He holds the world record for fastest mold remediation.
Welcome back to the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Glad to have you aboard on the PSP Network. We know you're busy. When you visit our service center, we don't waste our time or yours. Our technicians can typically perform a full oil change service in about 15 minutes at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Chuck, now we turn our attention inside these two football teams, and we'll start with the visitors, the defending state champion Fargo Shanley Deacons, led by their 7th-year head coach Troy Mattern. And boy, really, what can you say about the job, Chuck, that Troy has done since he decided to take the position? Well, first move he did is he moved them up, and they went up to the 2A or the 3A class and started playing, with the big schools. And boy, I tell you what, the success that he has had certainly has been something to talk about, and he's got another good football team coming in here tonight as well.
Yeah, he's had a great run, and he's had a great group of kids. I was listening to a radio show this week, and somebody made the comment about I don't care how good of coach you are, you need to have some horses in order to be a good coach. And he's a great coach, but he's had some really good kids. And last year he was loaded with kids and lost a few of their kids from last year. Michael Rosberg, a Gatorade Player of the Year.
Oh, that's where you can start right there.
Well, you lose a guy like that, but then you bring in a kid like Landon Meyer, a 3-sport athlete that's just been a great quarterback this year and a tough kid. But you lose a great group of kids. 3, 4, 5, 7 All-Staters they lost from last year. But then they returned some quality kids in the Sam Oshaks and Adam and Jordan Leiningers and Landon Meyer and his twin brother Bowden. I mean, so 2 sets of twins that are, conceivably any of those 4 kids could be like all-sport athletes in all of those. And so they just got some really, really good quality kids. And then his system, kids want to play for him. You know, you look at his system and he plays and the kids have fun. They're out throwing the football. They're running. They're doing all kinds of different things and they're changing their defense based on who the kids are. And so he's doing everything a athlete would want in order to play for a coach like that. Then he's just a good guy. Let's be real. He's just, in addition to a good coach, he's a good guy. And so he's fun for us to have conversations with during the week. He's always got some unique words of wisdoms and comment to us.
Well, it's always a different personality. You know, we got a Mattern that we deal with in town, and then when you talk to the other one on the eastern half of the state, it certainly is an interesting conversation. You know, Chuck, you talk about the one thing you look at his kids that he's had. I mean, the success that they've had. Look, you know, you look at Hakim, who's at UND playing football. Connor Kraft down playing basketball at South Dakota State, and then you got Rosberg, who's playing quarterback in I think at St. Thomas. So certainly these, you said, the multi-sport athlete really flows high at Fargo Shanley.
That's a great comment, Scott. I have as one of their strengths, they're athletic, they're athletes, and these kids play all kinds of sports. You'll hear us talking throughout the game about kids that are in hockey or in baseball or in basketball or in track and whatever else, and they have had tremendous success. I mean, you've got kids that have basically had 3 state championships in the last year. They won state football last year. Then they go into the winter and they win hockey. They've teamed up with Fargo South in remember that amazing game against Red River, that triple overtime game. Well, they had some of their studs, including Sam Oshak and Meyer, that played on that team that they win. And they go and then they win the summer with Fargo Post 2. They win the State Legion tournament. And so how about that for a kid in your last 12 months worth of you got 3 state championships under your belt, and that's why these kids are successful, because you can go down the list and look at every single one of these kids that are. I mean, there's I couldn't put, when I had key players, I needed to go to a legal pad to get enough kids in this team to get them on here with how many key kids they had in their teams. And we will be talking about a number of them throughout the game today that, you know, obviously we just touched on a couple of them, and you got to talk about the Leininger brothers. And I think we talked about another coach this week who said, hey, they are the best team in the state by far, and their best kid, Adam Leininger, hasn't even played yet.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, a great point. Great point there. And then, Chuck, we turn our attention to the home team, the Century Patriots, and certainly you talk about the success of Troy Mattern, and Ron Wingenbach has just been a machine with the kids that he's had at Century. But the last couple of years, it just hasn't been the same, and it's kind of a piecing things together. And, you know, talking to, the funny, went down on the field and talked to Troy Mattern before the game, and one of the things he said, he goes, boy, they're not as big as they have been, are they? Yeah. You know, and I think that's where it all starts, because when you look at them, granted, when you look at their line, you know, they go 245, 205, 240, 245, and you might say, well, that's big. Well, compared to what they had, that's average.
Yeah, they've had some kids that have gone on to some successes at the next levels, the Kansas States, the UNDs, the NDSUs, the things like that. And not that these kids aren't any good, but hey, these are kids across the line who did not play last year on the offensive line. And so you got a brand new group of kids playing, including a sophomore in Braxton Dahl. And it's gonna take these kids times to gel. I don't care how good they are. And so Century, it's just taken them time offensively to get things put together. And, you know, last year that was clearly their issue, is they couldn't score. And while this year they're scoring better, 23 points a game, they're just not, I don't think, consistent in the passing game. Twardowski, his first year as a starter at quarterback, he's a tremendous runner, 3 touchdowns, almost 300 yards rushing, but they've struggled a little bit in the air to throw the football, just passing for 100 yards a game. And so ultimately, Century, they've got to control the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned they don't have the big guys up front. Well, they're big enough. And they're 4 games into it now, so I'm sure Coach Wingenbach has challenged these guys to say, hey, this is one of those games we've got circled from last year. It's time for us to step up and show the state, hey, we are still a good football team. 1-3, forget about our record. We're good enough to take this team and make a roll throughout the playoffs.
Well, and the last time they were on this field, they started their regular season here, Chuck, and they've gotten a track meet with West Fargo, beating them 46-40. So, they've been, let's say that, they've been on the road ever since then. So now they're back in their home confines, and sometimes, maybe that's something that you need to that needs to happen for you.
Right, and they've played 3 quality teams in Mandan, who's got, they're a good football team, lost to them by 3. Cheyenne, number 3, or number 4 now, they lost by 2, and then Minot's undefeated, and they lost 30-0. So they've played some good football teams. Then you go on the road, which we know is even more difficult. So the schedule doesn't get any easier. Whoever picked Shanley for homecoming, and then you picked a weather night, whoever's mom just spent a bunch of money on a dress is not very happy tonight, unless she's got to have, a really big umbrella as they walk out today.
Well, I can tell you so far, Mother Nature's been really good to us when it comes to Friday night football here in the capital city, but it was just a matter of time where Mother Nature got angry enough and she said, all right, enough of this. And, well, tonight it is. And who knows? I mean, this could be a neutralizer, and we'll see what happens. But it should be a fun one tonight, as anytime these two teams get together, it's always a battle. Number 1, Fargo Shanley and the Century Patriots here tonight.
You look at the series, it's 11-10. That's how close this series has been over the years. Obviously, there's kids that roll over, but still, it's been a big battle since these guys started how many years ago. And so Shanley just took the lead after the state championship last year. Now they lead the series 11-10.
Well, thanks for tuning in to our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show as we have our national anthem, the opening kick, the starting lineup, Shanley, Century, next, right here on the PSP Network.
Finding the right bank can be transformative for your small business. The best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shaw's Crossroads.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Well, welcome back to the MD Resources Community Bowl, our Valvoline and Oil Change pregame show. National anthem has been played. Boy, it must be too wet. Even the Century Band. Normally the band's out for homecoming, but they're not here. So a sparse crowd on hand. So if you're at home in the confines or where you may be listening to PSP Network, glad to have you aboard here tonight. Well, the Century Patriots won the toss. They deferred. So Shanley will go on offense to start this one. And they'll go like this. Up front will be Isaac Butler at center, 6'1", 270, a senior. The right guard will be Luke Rogan, 6'4", 270, and a senior. The left guard will be C.J. Johnson, 6', 285, and a sophomore. The right tackle, Cam Aller, 6'1", 225, and a senior. And the left tackle, Carter Mitchell, he's 6'1", 230, and a senior. At one wideout will be Sam Oshak. He's 6', 170, and a senior. The other wideout will be Caden Chrisman. He's 6', 200, and a senior. And another wide receiver will be Jordan Leininger. He's 6'1", 200, and a senior. The tailback, Isaac Perkarovich. He's 6', 195, and a senior. And the quarterback will be Landon Meyer. He's 5'11", 190, and a senior. Their head coach in his 7th season is Troy Mattern. For the Century Patriots defensively, they'll go like this. Up front at nose guard will be Ian Schweigert, 6'1", 265, and a freshman. At the end will be Jairus Burkhardt. He's 5'10", 185, and a junior. The tackle will be Evan Schmidt, 240, and a senior. And the other defensive end will be Ole Taylor, 6'1", 205, and a junior. The linebackers, Landry Wesson, 6', 185, and a junior. Kane Nelson, 6', 185, and a senior. And Oliver Jensen, 5'9", 175, and a senior. At one corner will be Gavin Lill, 6'2", 185, and a senior. The other corner will be Mike Twardowski, 5'11", 185, and a senior. At free safety, Rivers Martin, 6'3", 175, and a senior. And the strong safety will be Jackson Burst, 6'3", 180, and a senior. And Chuck, real quick before we kick this one off, as we got some keys to the game for you between both these two teams.
Yeah, I take a look at Shanley, and it's the turnover battle with the weather, and they don't want to get into that. That's one thing that has the Vikings shown. Turnovers don't win football games. They can't do that tonight. They got to take care of the ball and see what the weather is going to affect them, and they can't be too overconfident. On the Century side, to me, it's, hey, what's the best way to keep a team that's scoring 40-plus, 46 points a game? How do you beat them? Well, you keep them off the field so they can't score. And Century's got a decent rushing offense, 180-plus yards a game. So they've got to have ball control offense to be able to take control of the ball, do some short passes as necessary, keep the ball out of Shanley's hands. That's the key to success for the Patriots.
Yep. And then you've got. I was looking at my sheet.
I did. Got them both.
You got them both in there. Okay.
Sorry, big fella.
Why would I ever question you?
We're multitasking.
Well, we're about ready to go as Chrisman and Oshak, they stand back around their own 5-yard line.
And you talk about kids you don't want to kick to. Chrisman, he was an all-state returner last year, led the I'd say the country, but the North Dakota State AAA in terms of return yards. 3 touchdowns last year in return alone. So you go, okay, we don't want to kick to him. Well, who are you going to kick to Sam Oshak? Better suggestion is, how about this? How about you kick it in the end zone if all possible, Christian Jangula? See if you can kick it over their head.
Well, Christian Jangula will tee it up. Johnny Haugen, well, the Magic Man, we'll call him, on the camera for us here tonight from the MD Resources Community Bowl. Wind out of the southeast. Chuck, what'd you say, about 50s, about 60-some degrees?
Yeah, 61 degrees, and so it's literally from right to left across the field. So Shanley will be going into about 11-mile-an-hour wind.
That would be golf terminology for those of you that do not understand that, right to left. As Jangula waits, he's got the sign, approaches it, and the boot meets the ball, and we're underway. And Chuck, just as you said, guess what? We're going to drive her right into the end zone, and the Deacons will come out. They'll start 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. And this is a high-powered offense as they're averaging almost 46 points a game, 340 yards through the air, 130 on the ground, averaging 471 a game. So this offense likes to go as they're led by their quarterback, Landon Meyer, and he going to work out of the shotgun. He's got twins left, twins right. Meyer claps his hands, hand out here. Perkarovich straight up the middle, cuts back left, and he's going to be brought down for a gain of a couple. making the stop there, the linebacker Kane Nelson, as quickly Shanley to the football on second down, and we'll call it 7 to go, gain of 3. They give it Prekarovich again, same play, breaks a tackle, 30, another one, 35, and he's all the way out to the 36-yard line. Ian Schweigert there making the stop, move the chains, first down Shanley.
Yeah, they want to establish the run on the ground, say we're not just a passing team, 2 good hard runs for 15 yards.
Same formation offensively. Meyer, they fake it, they throw the bubble screen, and it's going to be caught on the flat, Caden Chrisman. And he takes the defender all the way across the 40. That's Kane Nelson there for the Deacons. So they fake the handoff, throw the quick screen over there to Chrisman, and the Deacons are on the move, 2nd and 5. Oh, that time Meyer just threw that one right into the ground. That's going to be incomplete pass.
They can finally huddle. Probably after that is that's what Shanley does. They put this high octane, and they're not even going to huddle. They're just calling plays from the sideline. The quarterback, very bright kid, 4.0 student.
So Meyer on 3rd down and 5 now for the Deacons. Century shows blitz. Meyer back to pass, throws out on the flat. Prekarovich breaks a tackle, 45, and he's tripped up at the 46 by Twardowski. Set up a little screen pass, and they get the first down. So the Deacons, just like that, are nearing midfield of the Century Patriots, 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. Here's Meyer again. Meyer back to pass. Quick passer to Chrisman. Boy, he breaks all kinds of tackles, 45, and he's down to the Century 41-yard line. Oliver Jensen there, and Century not doing a good job of tackling the football. And the Deacons are on the move. Just quick little passes by Landon Meyer.
Yeah, not a lot on Century to kind of get themselves set.
Fake the handoff. There's a screen pass. That's Jordan Leininger breaking tackles. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Shanley. A 41-yard touchdown pass from Landon Meyer to Jordan Leininger, and the Deacons strike at the 10-24 mark.
Well, they come out and they hit you with a couple hard runs, and then they throw the short passing game, just the 5-yard outs. They get guys out in front, and then you throw it to your horse in Jordan Leininger, and you let this kid who's averaging over 100 yards a game, he's got 6 touchdowns already. He ran through an arm tackle, and he showed his speed and his athletic ability as he rumbles the final 30 yards untouched. They had Rivers Martin was kind of leaning towards him, and he kind of didn't look like he wanted a part of him.
Well, they're going to go for 2 as Chuck, their kicker, Matt Berg, on the sideline. They give Prekarovich. He goes up the middle, spins off a defender. Did he get in the end zone? Yep, he did. And Prekarovich takes over from 2 yards out. Just like that, the Deacons, with 10:24 to go in the opening quarter, they lead it 8-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Back with more after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Your business or your home, across the town or across the country. We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
Well, Mother Nature didn't affect the Deacons on that drive as they march it right down the field, tack on a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and they lead at 8-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
Yeah, Matt Berg, Scott, he was double timing as a goalie. He went out this year because of the injury to the goalie and wasn't going to play this year. Went out, and then he's the one to get injured with a concussion. So here's a guy who's worked hard at his craft, and he will be out, and it's Braun, I think, or it's a
Sean, I think it is.
Brian, Sean, I combined the two.
As on the return for Century, that was Kyle Palczewski on the return. So Century will have it 1st and 10 from their own 29-yard line. It'll be Austin Smith at center, Taylor and Dahl the guards. Kraft and Schmidt the tackles, Kralik the tight end, Schomer the split end, Oliver Jensen the flanker, Twardowski the quarterback, Burkhardt the fullback, and Gavin Lill the tailback. So Century starts 1st and 10 from their own 29-yard line. Twardowski, receiver split left and right. They hand it Lill going right. trying to get to the edge and puts his shoulder down, gets a couple on that far sideline, stays in bounds. As no one got more than a couple, as it looks like it's going to be about a gain of 4, huh, Chuck?
Yeah, they like to get him outside. He's big, he's strong, he's quick. He's just a great athlete. And Gavin Lill leading the West region in rushing at 416 yards. What you do is you pull your athletes. Ole Taylor, they pull him to the outside. You get in front of a guy like Lill, and that's a nice pickup on first down.
So 2nd down and 6 after that gain of 4 for Century. Twardowski sends 2 receivers left, single receiver to the short side, back to pass. Twardowski looking, he's down to the near side. He's got a man out there, and it's going to be incomplete at the 45-yard line. Schomer, the intended receiver for Century, so that'll bring up a Oshak on the coverage. It'll be a 3rd down and 6.
They had Oshak beat, a hard fake at the line of scrimmage, and then there was an out and up, but the quarterback, Twardowski, could not get the ball, and he had the wind behind him too, Scott. Threw up a little bit of flutter ball behind, and Cale Schomer, the senior, just could not adjust.
Allers, Rogan, Mitchell, and Deutsch up front for Shanley's defense. Perkarovich, Mitchell, Crispin, and Leininger, their linebackers. Here's Century on a 3rd down and 6. Here's Twardowski. He's got room, 35, 40, 45. He's at midfield, still on the move, and he's into Deacon territory.
Well, that's one thing Twardowski can do, Scott. He can run the football. You get him outside and you get guys in front of him. A big, strong kid at 185 pounds. As we mentioned, his strength is running the football, and he had a wide open lane to run to the left side. And, man, it was student body left. Great pickup, good call. Kind of fake that run going to the right. That's exactly what the Patriots needed.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Minot State University. Minot State University, BC and Be Heard, BU. Minot State University. 1st and 10 for Century from the Deacon 41-yard line. Twardowski barks out the signals alongside him. Lill fakes it to Lill. Twardowski's got room up the middle, 35, and he's tripped up and falls forward to the 30 as Perkarovich trips him up. So Mike Twardowski finding some alleys to run the football, and another 1st down there for Century.
Yeah, Twardowski, that's the one thing with they have a 2-back set with a fullback and a tailback. Well, you get 2 guys in front of him as a quarterback. Now you throw 2 extra blockers in front of you, and you got the guys up front, and Dawson, Kraft, and Braxton Dahl on that left side really doing some good pushing.
8:23 to go opening quarter. Here's Century on 1st and 10 from the Deacon 31. Lill going right, cuts back inside, and Lill, boy, he made something out of nothing there as he tried to get to the edge, and Shanley wasn't having that. And he was able to pick up a couple yards there as Landon Mitchell making the stop for the Deacons. They'll give him 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7 now for for the Century Patriots.
What I liked about it, Scott, is he made the decision. He had somebody in the backfield. He just put his right foot in the ground and turned and just busted upfield and made something out of nothing.
So 2nd down and 7 now for the Deacons. For the Patriots. Twardowski, he's going to keep it. He goes straight up the middle, cuts back inside across the 25, down to the 24-yard line. Good gain there for Twardowski. So it'll be a 3rd down and 3 here. Let's tell you the Fisher Hannison and Oshak are the corners. Binnick is the free safety for Shanley. So 3rd down and 3 as Twardowski picked up some yardage there. And a big play here for Century. They trail 8-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Twardowski, he's rolling to his right. He's going to keep it. Gets to the edge, turns it up 20, and he's out of bounds on the far sideline at the 15-yard line. Caden Crispin runs him out of bounds. So Mike Twardowski leading the offensive charge here on this drive for the Century Patriots as they're inside the Serve Pro Red Zone, 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians, advanced technology, fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro.
Well, and the beauty of that play again, Scott, is Gavin Lill, the tailback. He got outside, made a great seal, and the quarterback made a great read as he cut it to the outside on that seal block by Lill.
So 1st down and 10 for Century from the Deacon 15-yard line. They hand off. Lill coming left, cuts back inside, and he's going to get maybe a yard as Allers the end on that side makes the stop. They're going to give him a gain of 1 there. It'll be 2nd down and 9 for Century. They trail 8-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Tonight's game brought to you in part by the UPS store, located on South Broadway in Minot. They're open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 7, and Saturday, 8:30 to 3. The UPS store located in the Marketplace Foods Plaza for all your packing and shipping needs.
Boy, this has been a run event here for the Patriots. 8 runs out of 9 for them, and that's just been the success based on this offensive line doing a great job blocking against this 4-2-5 defense that the Deacons have.
Yeah, now they got a double tight end formation. Now they motion, and they give it to Lil. He cuts upfield. He breaks a tackle. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Gavin Lil in the jet sweep, and Century is within 2, and great recognition there by Gavin Lil, finding the seam, and he just turned the Jets on and went in the end zone.
Yeah, Jolie Krolick, the tight end, he kicked his guy outside, and Gavin Lil just read that perfectly, cut inside that block, and went from 0 to 60 in about 3 seconds. What a great run and a great drive for the Patriots, answering that 80-yard touchdown drive by the Deacons.
Yes, it was. Here's a high snap and good hold. The kick is down, the kick is up, and it is good as Jangula boots it through. 5:58 to go, opening quarter of play. Deacons 8, Patriots 7. Back after this timeout on the PSP network.
All right, bring it up. Come on. Someone's got to call a play. All right, let's go. I right, zoom, spider 2, Y banana. You don't like that one? Okay. I right, 40 power? No. You don't want that one either? All right, go kick off. Get out of here. Let's go.
First Western is your independent community bank with all the online conveniences you want and an experienced team you can count on.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
A 14-yard touchdown run by Gavin Lil cuts this 1-1 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Roger Ward Moving and Storage. They've probably been helping the region with their moving and storage needs since 1942. Find them online at rogerwardmovingandstorage.com to schedule a move or find a quote. Roger Ward Moving and Storage. Jangula to kick it away. Back to receive. That's Oshak along with...
It's usually Chrisman.
Caden Chrisman. Yep, it is. Jangula's kick, and it's going to go into the end zone. So, Chuck, they're following your directions here tonight.
So far, so good there with the Patriots. 71-yard drive, 9 plays, 4 minutes and 22 seconds. Picked up 3 first downs along the way. 8 runs in that, Scott, highlighted by Twardowski's 26-yard run.
And how big of an answer was that, Chuck, for Century?
It totally isn't.
I mean, I know it's early in the game. I know it's early in the game, but to me, that was a big answer for that Century offense.
It absolutely was, and the offensive line has showed that, hey, we can punch the Shanley Deacons right in the mouth.
So here come the Deacons on 1st and 10 from their own 20. Landon Meyer, the quarterback. Meyer claps his hands, fakes. He's going to keep over the left side. He's got room. 25-30, breaks a tackle. 35, and he's brought down at the 36-yard line. Ole Taylor had to chase him down from the backside, so Landon Meyer on his 49th rushing attempt of the season picks up a first down, and it's 1st and 10 for the Deacons, and they're going to spot it back at the 37-yard line.
Well, he can run the football just as well as he can pass it, and he showed it right there with a 17-yard run.
And on the carry there, that's Chrisman on the carry, and good pursuit there by the Century defense as Chrisman's going to get a couple.
And that's the thing, the Chrisman, I mean, defensive, offensive, special teams, this kid plays all over. Caden Chrisman going on to play football at Moorhead State under Steve Lockway.
Yep, 2nd down and 8 now for the Deacons. 5:11 left to go, opening quarter play. Meyer hands off Prikarovich, and he's going to be brought down for, well, they'll give him a gain of 2 out to the 41-yard line, so it'll be 3rd down and 6 on the stop there for Century. That was Austin Smith.
Smith doubling from center, playing a little nose guard tackle as well.
Here comes Century in the blitz. They throw it out in the flat, and it's caught turning upfield, breaking a tackle, and trying to get to the first down. I think he's short. That was Jordan Leininger, and I think Century brought him down short of the first down, and my guess is Troy Madden's going to go for it here.
Yeah, just great pursuit for the Patriots. That's that quick hitter in the right side, little wide receiver screen with Leininger getting the football, knocked him out of bounds, couple yards short of the first down, no gain.
4th down and 2 now as they motion Prikarovich out of the backfield. And now he comes back.
They might go to a quick punt too, I wonder.
Play clock at 15, and Meyer still trying to figure things out. Now he puts Prkarovich right alongside him.
Meyer.
And yep, we're going to have a Hubbard National Insurance timeout as Troy Mattern goes, what's going on, fellas? Hub is the leading North American insurance brokerage. 4:04 to go, opening quarter play on the BNC Bank scoreboard. It's Shanley 8, Century 7. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
When it comes to your car, you need someone you can trust. Someone who cares about your safety, your budget, and your peace of mind. At Trusted Tire and Auto, trust is more than just a word. It's at the heart of everything we do. We're a local business, owned and operated by people who live and work in this community. And we believe that by building relationships based on trust and care, we can make our community a better place to live and drive. Trusted Tire and Auto, where trust, care, and community meet on the road.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by our friends at Prestwich Orthodontics, specialized in braces and Invisalign for all ages. We offer free consultations and financing options to make it easy to take your smile to the next level. Call them at 852-2646 or visit mynotbraces.com. As here we go on 4th down and 2 now for. They hand up, fake it, Prkarovich. Myers got the first down. He slides across midfield at the 50-yard line. That's a first down. Move the chains, and a good play call there by the Deacons.
Just kind of spread them out, trips left formation, and fake the handoff to Isaac Prkarovich, and great blocking along the left side, picking up 10 yards and a first down.
Throw a quick screen pass. Prkarovich caught it, breaks one tackle, 45, turns upfield, 40, 35, and he's all the way down to the 31-yard line. Landry Wesson with the stop, but here comes a flag after the play, Chuck.
Horse collar, maybe?
It might be. The official was pointing at Shanley, and Shanley's going backwards.
Well, I guess the question is, where do you go? Where was the flag? Was the flag at around the 31-yard line? No, actually, it's back of the 26. So if it's a hold from back there, we'll see if that's the call. They'll go 10 yards from where the hold was, which was well in front of where Prkarovich got tackled. The play was a 19-yard screen, as you called it, Scott, to Prkarovich, his second catch of the day. And then the question is, okay, what happens from there? They haven't. We got four officials standing together looking at each other.
Reminder to call Prestwich Orthodontics 852-2646 or visit mynotbraces.com today to get started with a free virtual consultation. Prestwich Orthodontics.
15-yard penalty from the end of the run, so they'll go back 15 from the 31-yard line. I wonder if, so did they not get the first down? Or must have happened during the play. So they'll give them 19. They'll go back 15. Well, somehow it's set in the 49, so it ends up being 18 yards back. So 1st and 9. Okay.
High snap. Meyer throws out screen out in the plat. Caught there and swarmed under is Caden Chrisman as Landry Wesson read that one. So good pursuit there by the Patriots defense, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 12 to go after a loss of 2 there for Shanley. 3:17 to go, opening quarter.
They read that all the way, Scott, as good pursuit by the linebackers of the Patriots.
Prkarovich flops from the left side to the right side. Now they hand off to him on a delayed handoff, and he's going to be stuffed there by Wesson again, as Wesson did a good job of reading that play. It was a delayed handoff to Prkarovich, and now the Deacons are faced in their first 3rd and long situation of the quarter.
Well, we used to call those draws back in the day. Now that was the old-fashioned draw.
Yeah. Now the option of trying to get to the outside is Prkarovich, and he's going to be busted under. Guess who again? Landry Wesson leading the charge.
They're blitzing linebackers. The pursuit's been fantastic. The outside ends, Jarris Burkhardt and Ole Taylor, are doing a tremendous job keeping everything inside. And now it's 4th and 11. Shanley, they've punted twice the entire season.
Was there another flag down?
I don't see one, but they're just holding the football. I guess they're.
Well, the back judge, I believe, is talking to the referee, so I don't know what. And she be wet out there. Whew.
Yeah, it's starting to rain hard right now. We can hear that one. You might be able to hear it on the.
So another
Shanley.
Another unnecessary roughness call against Shanley.
So they'll go 15 more back. So they at one point were all the way at the 31-yard line of the Patriots. They've had 30 yards in penalties and a couple great defensive plays from the Patriots.
So now it's 3rd down, and we'll call it 26 as they've got to get to the Century 40-yard line. Back to Meyer. Oh, no, they didn't change it. It was 4th down. It's a little pooch kick there. And that one's going to roll all the way down to the 23-yard line. They had 3rd and 26 up there, but it was 4th and 26, right?
Yeah, because it happened after the play. So it was enforced at the end of the play. That's why it went back 15 yards. So good quick kick. Myers, the punter as well. So no return on that one. So it actually ended up not turning out too bad as it was a 44, ended up being a 44-yard kick, Scott, which is pretty good into the wind in a day like today.
Yeah, it certainly is. So here comes Century on 1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line. They trail 8-7 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Mike Twardowski, the quarterback. Gavin Lill stands to his left. Twardowski, and now here comes the flag. We're going to get movement on that right side, I do believe. And we're going to spot 5 off. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Northern Plains Heating and Air. They have over 25 years of experience as your heating and air experts. As the factory authorized dealer for AeroSeal, there's no other choice to seal your heating and air game other than Northern Plains Heating and Air. Find them online at northern-plains.com. So now Century on 1st and 15 from their own 17-yard line. Twardowski fakes to Lill. He keeps it, comes left, and turns upfield, and he's going to be ripped down there. That was Caden Chrisman there from his linebacker spot, along with Rogan making the stop for Fargo Shanley.
Yeah, Rogan was the guy initially who was blocked backwards a little bit, did a good job as he was falling down to get a hold of the quarterback, tripped him up a little bit. Chrisman finished it off.
2nd down and 12 now for Century. A reminder, Minot High and Davies also you can find on the PSP network. They'll get that underway right around 7 o'clock. Nick Hallberg will have the call for you. But it's 2nd and 12 here for Century. Twardowski's going to keep it. He's got room. He finds it. 25-30, breaks a tackle, and he falls forward, and he's got the 1st down as he's out to the 34-yard line. So good run there by Twardowski. Move the chains, and another 1st down for Century.
Yeah, tackle by Leininger just kind of got him up high along the head, but this time it wasn't even a fake handoff or even a read. It was just a direct snap to the quarterback, and he went hard to the left side. Great blocking again by the strong side guard and tackle. That's Taylor and Evan Schmidt, and then the quarterback picked up the rest. 14 yards. He's got 6 carries, Scott. 66 yards for Twardowski in the first quarter.
1st and 10 for Century. Twardowski. Nope, Lill goes right, now cuts back inside, nowhere to go, and right there to meet him was Caden Chrisman as Gavin Lill looked for a seam, couldn't find it, and he's brought down there.
So Chrisman gets the tackle, but Cam Allers is the guy who just had blown his guy upfield about 3 yards, forced Lill to have to turn inside. And you talk about this Cam Allers, Scott, this dude is a beast, one of the strongest kids in the state. I mean, 355 bench, 320 clean, 515 squat. That's college numbers. This kid's he's going to be playing the next level.
Did you get his bicep? What's
I didn't get that. I didn't. Sorry,
you didn't get any of those?
My bad.
Okay, all right. We'll try to get those for you next time.
I failed miserably.
2nd down 11. Twardowski back to pass. Throws down the far side. He's got a man out there under throwing, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Cale Schomer, as it was underthrown there. Binnick on the coverage there for the Deacons, and now that'll bring up 3rd down and 11, and certainly another pass situation. BNC National Bank. Hey, your life is busy. We'll manage your money easy with locations in North Dakota and Arizona. Visit BNC Bank online, bnc.bank.
Well, it's twice they've had that set up as the run is set up that play-action pass, but the quarterback, the ball must be a little slippery or something, Scott, because he just can't get enough on it. to hit his receiver, who's had a step on the cornerbacks both times.
Well, this could be the last play of the opening quarter. 16 seconds to play. Here's Twardowski deep in his own territory. Delayed handoff. Lil, he's got room. 35, trying to get to the edge. Breaks a tackle. 40, turns upfield. 45, down the near sideline, and I think he's got the first down, but hang on. There's laundry right around the 42-yard line, and I think this one's coming back.
Yeah, it's got to be a hold probably on the outside by one of the perimeter blockers, but what a great call. It was like kind of a fake bootleg roll out to the right and a hand back to Gavin Lill coming hard to his left. The guys blocked awesome. Lill used a little stiff arm action to pick up some extra yards, but the officials are going to say, nope, we're bringing her back 10.
Well, what appeared to be a good play call there by the Century Patriots offensive coordinator is nullified on the penalty. Shanley will accept.
Well, what happens, the penalty was at the 42, so we'll give Lil 9-yard runs, and then you'll take a 10-yard penalty back to the 32-yard line.
Okay, so now, but is it third or fourth down? Century doesn't know what it is.
Yeah, it's going to make sure it's got to be fourth down.
Yeah, it's got to be fourth down, doesn't it?
Well, let me think. They had a tackle for loss, it incomplete, and then they had this is the next play. So
the down marker has third.
That's right. I don't know. I don't get it. I'm lost, Scotty.
I don't understand this. There's a good punt, and it goes over the head, and it takes a Century roll. I mean,
it's got to be third down. I mean, the first play was a tackle for loss by Chrisman. Then it was an incomplete pass. Then this was third down right here. Well, they picked up whatever ended up being a net 9 yards. If I'm Century, I'm going timeout. I'd stop the play and ask, because there's no way they would have punted there.
Well, nonetheless, they did, and we still have 4 seconds left.
Unless they purposely did a quick kick. Who knows? It's possible with the weather. I doubt it, but anything's possible.
So Shanley, with 4 seconds left in the quarter, they lead at 8-7 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Here's Landon Meyer. Prikarovich standing to his right. Meyer. Prikarovich turns upfield, spins off a tackle at the 20, 25, still on his feet, and he's going to be ripped down there. And that's going to end the opening quarter here on the BNC Bank scoreboard. 1 quarter in the books. The Deacons 8, Patriots 7. Back with quarter number 2 after this timeout on the PSP Network.
We look forward to serving you here at your local community bank.
Ackerman Estvold is an experienced team of architects and civil engineers committed to achieving the best possible solution for every project. Over the past 20 years, our team has been trusted with jobs big and small throughout the state, from major flood protection projects to county roads, classroom walls, and community spaces. We will be your partner through the initial design to final construction. Trust the Ackerman Estvold team with your next project.
9 years.
8-7 our score after 1 quarter in the books. Chuck Clairmont, Scott Woodmansee with you. Glad to have you aboard here on the PSP Network from the MD Resources Community Bowl. The umbrellas are out. And the Deacons will have it 2nd down and 1 from their own 26-yard line, leading this one by a point.
Crowds came out. They kind of waited till the last minute, and now the Shanley Deacons, they've filled in here.
I know
the Patriots have.
They brought a fan bus with them, I was told. So
we're going to bring some fan planes later on too, Scott, I understand.
2nd down and 1. Here's Meyer. Here's a hitch and go. It throws it down. He's got a man out there, and it's going to be broken up. Good coverage there. The intended receiver, Rivers Martin, broke it up, but the intended receiver was Oshak. And good play there by Rivers Mitchell. Broken up, and it will go to a 3rd down and 1 now for.
Yeah, good job by Mitchell playing free safety. He read it the entire way. He didn't bite on that fake throw.
And Meyer, nowhere to go. That was a broken play there as he loses yardage, and I think Shanley's going to have to punt the football away.
Tackle by Evan Schmidt, and I know it wasn't a broken play. It was just a tremendous play by the linebackers and the front line as it was supposed to be a read, and when you got 3 guys in the backfield and they're all with black shirt or blue shirts.
And Meyer's going to keep it. He breaks a tackle 30, 35, 40, 45, and he slides down at the 47-yard line. Does Landon Meyer to be a first down, and Troy Mattern will go for it anywhere on the field.
How about that for the...
That's confidence in your offense right there.
I would guess it is. Just a fake handoff, a read by the quarterback, Landon Meyer, and he goes to the backside and picks up, 21 yards and a first down.
Here's Meyer again, hands off Prikarovich, straight up the middle, breaks a tackle, look out, 40, 35, 30, it's a foot race, 25, tried to cut back inside, stiff arm, and he's going to be brought down at the 16-yard line. That was Oliver Jensen making the stop there, and quickly to the line of scrimmage. Here come the Deacons. They have it inside the Serve Pro red zone, 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians, advanced technology, fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro. Meyer. They hand off. They give to new back in there. That's Busick. Yep.
Carson
Busick is in the ball game now. He gets the handoff. The 5'11", 185-pound junior.
Prikarovich a little bit of a rest. And
he's Prikarovich still in there.
Oh, he is? Okay.
Yep.
My bad.
Second down and 3. Here's Busick again, going left, breaks a tackle, spins off another one, and falls down close to the 5-yard line. Oliver Jensen. And so that'll be a first down, and they move the chains. It'll be first and goal to go now for the Shanley Deacons.
Back-to-back runs, picking up 10 yards for Busick, and just the front line doing their job.
Now here's Prikarovich, and he's got room where the cut's inside, spins, falls backwards towards the goal line. Did he get in? Yes, he did. Yep. A 6-yard touchdown run there by Prikarovich, and tack on 6 more for the Deacons.
Yeah, and they'll go for 2-point conversion again, and just a great fake by the quarterback, Landon Meyer. Scott faked me out initially, too, where he handed the ball out off to Prikarovich, and then he carried through the fake, looked to the backside, maybe held the linebacker just briefly on that because of that fake, and then Prikarovich did the rest, spun into the end zone, fell backwards on his butt. 6-yard touchdown run for the Shanley Deacons, and what a play, that 4th down call on 4th and 3 on their own 25-yard line.
So they will go for 2 again as they're without a field goal kicker. They throw it out, Prikarovich, and it's over his head, incomplete, and the 2-point conversion is no good. 10 minutes to go, opening half of play on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Shanley 14, Century 7. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Many of our clients come to us already accomplished in their lives and on the right track. However, whether it's in response to a life-changing event or you are nearing retirement, you can sleep well knowing that together we have planned for both life's opportunities and challenges. And no matter what happens, we are here to help guide you.
Well, tonight's game brought to you in part by the Pigskin Preview. Get your Pigskin Preview today. 23rd year for this publication. Order online at ndpigskin.com. Books are $20 each plus shipping unless you pick up your copy at the printer's office. North Dakota's #1 resource for high school and college coaches and players. A must-have for North Dakota football fans, the Pigskin Preview.
So let's address that one. Thanks to some people listening. One of our coaching friends said, we were wondering why they would have done that on 3rd down. Well, hey, there's smarter minds than us clearly out there, as because of the wind, I wanted to flip the field position, show a quick kick on 3rd down, because they would have had, if they would have been stopped on 4th down on the next play, they would have had to kick in that 15-mile-an-hour wind. Well, it didn't matter anyway, but I'm sure that was the thought process of Coach Wingenbach.
Low driving kick, and Lil's going to let it go into the end zone. Also, we apologize. It's Rivers Martin. I believe we called him Rivers Mitchell, so apologies to Rivers and his family. So
that is a guy, Rivers Mitchell.
I know it is.
He played for the Dakota Rough Riders, remember?
Yeah, I know exactly who Rivers Mitchell is. Yes, I do. And I was made well aware of that from folks out there listening.
Yeah, I know.
So the Patriots, we'll see if they can answer the touchdown drive by the Deacons. They trail 14-7 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. 10 minutes flat to go, opening half of play here from the MD Resource Community Bowl. Glad to have you aboard on the PSP Network. Twardowski goes under center. Twardowski gives Gavin a little over the right. He's got room. Look out. Ooh, he got tripped up as he found a seam at the 25. He cut back, was tripped up, and fell forward down to the 28-yard line. I didn't see who made that. That
Mitchell,
was
Leininger did, yeah.
Leininger made the shoestring tackle there, or Gavin Lill might have been gone.
Yeah, that was a great play. He went down low, just was able to grab a hold of that foot, and Lill was trying to jump over the tackle, but just couldn't get quite high enough.
A gain of 8, though. It would be 2nd down and 2. Twardowski goes under center. Eye backfield behind him. Receivers left and right. Here's Lill again, straight up the middle. Plows forward across. Got the first down, and he's out near the 35-yard line. Goes Gavin Lill.
Power run right there, Scott. Hey,
yep.
Our guys are going to give me a little seam, and I love how Gavin Lill hit that hole so hard. I mean, just a small seam on the left side between Dahl and Austin Smith, but enough to get that first down.
1st and 10 now for Century from their own 33-yard line. Again, Twardowski under center. Deacons show blitz. They don't come. Here's Lill. He's trying to get to the edge. Now he bounces outside, turns upfield, and he's out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Goes Gavin Lill, so another good run there for Century. And another first down. Move the chains out to the 46-yard line.
How about the patience right there from the runner, too, you know? Instead of just saying, I'm going to use my speed and get outside and get as many yards as I could, he waited. He let his line and his pulling guard and his perimeter blocking set up an opportunity for him, and then he made his run. So I love the vision right there of Gavin Lill.
Twardowski on 1st down and 10. Again, Lill dots the I behind his quarterback. Now he gets it, comes right, midfield, and into Deacon territory, and he's brought down at the 46-yard line. Caden Crispin, the linebacker, makes a stop. And, boy, how about the job these guys up front are doing for Century? Dahl, Smith, Taylor, Schmidt, and Kraft.
Yeah, the Hogs are doing just a great job. And I can only imagine that Coach Wingenbach challenged these guys after the shutout last week, 30-0 to Minot. I'm sure all week it was, guys, it's time for you to step up. And this is an opportunity for you to kind of show the state that we're not a 1-3 team.
So 2nd down and 3, gain of 7 there. Twardowski again sets him down in Deacon territory. Deacons back off. Now they hand off. Lill over the left side, cuts back inside, falls across the 45 down to the 44-yard line. Goes Gavin Lill, first down inside Deacon territory. So Century on the move once again.
You know, and what you love about these plays, Scott, is every time we see Lill, he's falling forward and usually ahead of the pile.
Yep.
You know
absolutely.
what I mean? It's not like there's this pile of guys. It's like all of a sudden we think he's tackled, and then he'll fall forward, and you'll see him a yard or two ahead of the pile.
7:45 to go here. Now Twardowski goes out of the shock. High snap, and that one, Twardowski's got to get it. He does a good job. He's trying to elude, and he's going to be brought down all the way back at the 41-yard line. Oh. Not what you wanted to have happen if you're Century there.
No, and Isaac Perkarovich just showed his speed and his agility. His great job of scooping it up by Twardowski.
Yeah.
He picked it up, and he avoided complete disaster. And then he turned the corner. I thought he was going to get around the corner, but Perkarovich came running in and was right on his heels and pulled him down all the way back at the 42-yard line. So 14 yards ends up being, I don't even want to call it a sack. I suppose you can give him a sack or surely a tackle for loss for Perkarovich.
Aiden Kaufman brings the play in from the sideline, and this time Twardowski goes under center. Gavin Lill dots the I. 2nd down and a whole bunch. Twardowski throws it underneath, and it's going to be incomplete as the intended receiver was Schomer, and he fell down. Oshak on the coverage there for Shanley.
Yeah, he fell down. It was supposed to be a stop route, and I don't know if Twardowski he threw it like a back shoulder play, and they were off a little bit, or Twardowski just couldn't get enough on the football, and that's kind of what it seemed like so far tonight, Scott. Every throw of Twardowski's has been short.
So 3rd down and 26 here for Century. What are they going to elect to do here as Ron Wingenbach taking his time, as I think he's going to let the play clock drip down and take a timeout as a play clock down to 10, and that appears is what he is going to do here. And that is exactly right. It's a Hubbard National Insurance time on the floor. Call Hubbard National Insurance today for all your personal and business insurance needs. 6:47 to go, opening half of play on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Shanley 14, Century 7. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Every 10 minutes, 3 people in the United States will die from a preventable incident. More people are dying on our roadways and in their homes than ever before, but that's where the North Dakota Safety Council can help. Safety is our mission, from the workplace to any place. We're a private nonprofit that offers more than 150 training courses that are dynamic, hands-on, and effective. From CPR and first aid to driver safety and even workplace violence preparedness, we want to make sure your loved ones come home safe each night. Go to ndsc.org to see how together we can make a difference.
Well, tonight's game brought to you in part by Jersey Mike's. Make sure to vote for this week's Jersey Mike's Player of the Week on the PSP Network Facebook page. Jersey Mike's is a sub above. Also, Minot State University, with more than 96% of recent Minot State grads employed or continuing their education. MSU grads get jobs, period.
On the BNC National Bank scoreboard, Scott, although there's no other games in AAA right now. Yesterday, we mentioned Bismarck High defeated West Fargo by 7, but in the AA side, 14-13, 1-2. North leads South by 1 at the half.
So here we go, a big third down at 26 for Century. Twardowski back to pass, and he tried to get out of there. He's going to be wrapped up for a sack there. That was Caden Chrisman, the linebacker, and Century's going to have to punt the football away.
Yeah, just no time. He came from the middle linebacker or his inside linebacker spot, and he did not get picked up. Quarterback tried to get to roll out of the grass, but sure-handed Caden Chrisman. It wasn't happening, so 2 sacks on this drive has forced the Patriots to now punt into the wind.
Yeah, Chrisman and Oshak back to receive. Jangula, low driving punt, and Oshak comes up for it. Now he's got to let it bounce, and it takes a Century roll all the way down to the 17-yard line, and that's where the Deacons will take over. 1st and 10 from their own. They're going to spot at the 19-yard line, from their own 19-yard line, leading this one 14-7 on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
Hey, don't underestimate that kick, Scott. You went into the wind.
Yeah.
I mean, it went 44 yards away from 2 of the best returners in the state, and Oshak and Caden Chrisman.
Well, that's exactly what he had to do there. So here come the Deacons. 1st and 10 from their own 19-yard line. Landon Meyer, the quarterback. Fakes the pass. Now he's going to go right at the field, 25-30, and he slides down at the 32-yard line as Chad Pollock was in the backfield, and he went in motion, faked it to him, and then Meyer found a seam right up the middle.
Notice he's been taught pretty well to slide. He's a great baseball player, and I'm sure Coach Mattern said, hey, you need to get in the ground when you get close to contact.
There's the same play again. This time he goes right, slides down for a short gain. About 2 or 3 there.
Landon Meyer played in that great Fargo Post 2 state championship team where he played with the Leininger brothers and his brother Bowden, and they were loaded.
Yeah, they were. 2nd down and 8 after the gain of 2. Now they motion Pollock to the left. Meyer fakes, throws across the middle. Incomplete. Good defensive play there, intended for Oshak at the 45. Had he caught that, he was gone because he had a step in front of the defender.
Rivers Martin, what a job coming from behind, knocking that down, Scott, because you're right. Oshak had a step on him, a route just up the seam by Oshak, and he would still be running right now as we speak.
3rd down and 8 now for the Deacons from their own 33-yard line. Fake to Pollock. Meyer keeps it. He's got room, and he's got the 1st down at the 41-yard line. Ian Schweigert making the stop there for Century, so they'll move the chains.
Well, I just like the game, Meyer. He doesn't have the arm strength that Rosberg had in terms of the true quarterback presence, but in terms of being an athlete and making great plays, boy, he's equal.
Fake to Prkarovich. Meyer back to pass. He's got all kinds of time. He throws it down across the middle of the field, and he's got a man out there, and it's going to be caught at the 26-yard line. Jordan Leininger on a big play there. Jordan Kellogg on the coverage for Century, but hang on. Flag down on the field.
Or holding the backfield, and Leininger, ball just kind of floated up there. It looked to me, Scott, like Kellogg had a chance to make a play on the ball, and he waited and waited just a hair too long. But that big play is all for naught as a 34-yard pass play turns into a 10-yard holding call.
Yep. So now it'll be, they move this all the way back to the 31-yard line. Screen pass caught Leininger, trying to make a play in space, but he's going to be brought down at the 45-yard line. Ole Taylor held on for dear life, saddled him up, and was able to bring down Leininger, and quickly to the line of scrimmage come the Deacons.
Taylor, what an athlete. This wrestling state champ, 195, just showed his athletic abilities. He got all the way out there on that wide receiver screen to make the play.
2nd down and 15 now. Meyer throws it short side. Oshak in space, trying to make something happen, and he's going to be brought down at the 43-yard line. Kane Nelson, the linebacker there, making the stop for the Deacons. So to bring 3rd down, and Chuck, I guess you never have to say with Shanley, is it possible 4-down territory?
Yeah, I would imagine.
They get 4 downs offense.
Yeah, there's all supreme confidence, let's just say, by Shanley.
Hub International Insurance, timeout on the field. Contact your local Hub agents, Josh Cattell or Michael Borman at 355-3100 for your personal business insurance needs. 4:20 to go. Opening half of play on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Shanley 14, Century 7. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network. Oh, here we go. Where they get it into Doppler up the near side. 3, 2 seconds, 1 second. Doppler rises right wing 3. Bingo! Wins it at the buzzer. Are you kidding me? He turns, he fires, and he buries it. Well, 3rd down and 8 now for the Deacons. Ball spotted. Short side of the field, left hash mark near the Shanley bench. Meyer, bunch formation to his right. Back to pass, Meyer. He throws it down the near side. He's got a man out there. Leininger, and was he in? No, he dropped it. Incomplete as Leininger, Jordan Kellogg on the coverage. Thought he may initially had it, and it was a matter of whether he kept his foot in bounds, but it was dropped. So now it'll bring up a 4th down and 8 for the Deacons with 4:14 to go, opening half.
Only guy in the pass pattern, and it was thrown to his outside and almost came up with an amazing catch. Good coverage there by Kellogg.
4th down and 8. Here's Meyer again. Barks out the signals. Now they motion. They pump fake. It throws over the top. Oshak incomplete at the 45, and he was wide open, and Meyer knew it. And now Century with 4:14 to go.
He's still mad at himself, Scott, because it was a great call.
Yeah, it was.
Fake wide receiver screen, and they had 2 guys in the pass pattern that basically had both converged on a 2-deep zone, and the safety said, let me pick one guy. He picked the outside guy. Oshak was, wide open, and he threw it 5 yards over his head. He cannot believe he just did that.
Yeah, Oshak could have crawled into the end zone there.
Yeah. So you or me could have ran in the end zone from that one, Scott. That shows you how wide open he was. Well, whatever we would have done, we would have done.
Exactly. Somehow we'd have gotten there.
Yes.
Twardowski on the keeper, and he dives across the 40 down to the 38-yard line. So Century in Deacon territory. They've got Century's got 1 timeout left. 3:55 to play, opening half. Century Chills 14-7 on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
And it's the ball control offense of the Patriots
that's exactly
that have
right.
kept the ball out of Shanley's hands. Shanley's had 4 possessions in this first half.
Now they put Lil in the slot to the right. Twardowski straight ahead. Cuts left, now cuts back up the middle, across the 35, and falls forward. And is he going to, what am I going to say, he's short of the 1st down?
I think so. I think Leininger again in the tackle is Leininger. I'm sure he can't wait till his brother comes back. Adam Leininger, the guy we talked about, probably the maybe the best player in this team, twin brother to Jordan, but this guy's an absolute beast. Led their team in tackles last year, was their leading rusher as well. Obviously, they're doing okay without him.
Yeah, they're all right.
Almost unfair, right?
3rd down and 1 now, and what are we going to have here, a flag?
Must be against the Deacons or against Century, because we heard Shanley give it the whoa.
Yeah, a legal substitution it was.
That's the bingo right there, big fella.
Yes, it certainly is. Well, now Century again shoots himself in the foot because they had it 3rd down and 1, and now it's 3rd and 6 from the Deacon 39-yard line. 2:54 left to play here in the opening half. Might as well have our Northern Plains Heating and Air intermission report coming up. They fake it. Twardowski throws it underneath, and it's going to be caught and brought down immediately on the reception there for Century. That was Oliver Jensen.
Immediately brought down by Caden Bennick, but I like the call. And is he just short of a 1st down, Scott?
Yeah,
good play by Bennick, pulling him down just before and that's got to be almost measurable, isn't it?
Well, it looks, no, I don't think so. It looks like he's got to get to the
33, I think, right?
Yeah, I think so, 33. So it'll be 4th down and 1 to go for Century.
First completion of the night for Twardowski. Oh, jeez.
Twardowski goes under center. Gavin Lill dots the I. Shanley stacks the box. They toss it to Lill. It's a pitch pass. He's got a man wide open. It's caught at the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Century on the reception. Rivers, Martin, and Ron Wingenbach goes to the trickery, and it works.
The pitch pass, I think it was Drew Nodlin, the backup quarterback, who came in, and they didn't recognize it as it was a pitch to him. He rolled out to his right, and then they had the Rivers Martin, the backup wide receiver. He came down like he was going to block, did a little V cut out to the corner, and a great pass by Nodlin. Just lofted it in the air. Martin caught it at about the 10-yard line and got into the end zone. What a call.
Yeah, was it Nodlin? Because it looked like it was Gavin Lill.
I think it was Nodlin, number 11.
Okay. Well, so here we go. Jangle on to tie this thing up.
If it wasn't, somebody tell us.
Jangula, snap, hold, kick is up, and the kick is good. 1:59 to go, opening half of play. It's Century 14, Shanley 14. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network. Well, it's homecoming night, and the Century Patriots have come to play football tonight as they have the #1 team in the state on the ropes. And there was a penalty that's been assessed to Shanley, and so Century is going to got assessed on the kickoff. So Century will kick this one, I believe, from the Shanley 45-yard line.
1:59 and 2 timeouts, Scott, is it? I can't see.
Yeah,
through
2
the window.
timeouts left.
And that's all kinds of time for Shanley, and they have the wind.
As Jangula, more than likely, is going to kick this one out of bounds.
And that was after the 4th down miss pass for Shanley.
Yep. So Jangula, and he does just that, as that's going to go into the end zone. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Shanley from their own 20-yard line. As you said, they've got 2 timeouts left. So Century has got the Deacons on the ropes here tonight at the MDU Resources Community Bowl. So Shanley will take over 1st and 10 with 1:58 to go here in the opening half of play. Meyer, the quarterback. Twins left. Twin receivers right. Meyer, Prikarovich straight up the middle. And, ooh, he was close to breaking one, but he gets it out to the 23-yard line. 22-yard line goes Prikarovich.
Braxton Dahl, the sophomore, with the tackle.
Gain of 3 to be 2nd and 7 now for the Deacons. Minute 40 left to go here in the opening half. Across the middle, they throw it Leininger, and they're going to get a pass interference call. I believe they're going to get on Kellogg as Leininger had it. Then I think not.
Well, that's a tough call because
I
thought it was good defense by Kellogg. I mean, almost a great circus catch by Leininger on that deep post pattern. Kellogg is still shaking his head saying,
I thought he got there at the same time.
Yeah, so
I really did.
Okay, I mean, yeah, it ends up being a 15-yard penalty, which was big, but that was right about a spot foul almost, as it turns out.
So first down there after the penalty, 1st and 10 now for the Deacons. Ball moved out to the 37-yard line. Fake it to Prikarovich. Meyer keeps it, and he's not going to get much as he's going to be brought down after getting about 2. Evan Schmidt makes a stop there for Century.
The bigs up front. Schmidt, Schweigert,
boy, are they playing
Dahl
well.
Coming in. Yeah, they're doing really well.
Yes, they are. 2nd down and 9 after the gain of 1. Meyer steps up, now backs up, throws down the near side. It's a jump ball. He's got Leininger out there, and it's going to be incomplete on the coverage there. That was Jordan Kellogg again.
Yeah, they're going at him.
Yeah, they are.
Good thing he's got good stock power because he fell for the stop there with Leininger, and then the ball just was underthrown a little bit. Almost a completion. Kellogg is getting picked on.
Now Troy Madden wants a Hubbard National Insurance timeout. We'll take one as well. Hubbard National Insurance located at 4204 Boulder Ridge Road in Northwest Bismarck. 1:07 to go opening half. Century 14, Deacons 14. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Kramer Agency, we have the privilege of serving our community by helping businesses and individuals protect what matters most. That's why we're proud to be your locally owned independent insurance agency. As an independent insurance agency, we work with the industry's leading insurance companies and provide our clients a better experience and a better value. For auto, home, business, bonds, life, and health insurance, think the Kramer Agency. See us at our new location at 232 West Century.
Agency, your partner for life.
14-14 our score. The Century Patriots all knotted up with the undefeated and #1 ranked Shanley Deacons here at the MD Resources Community Bowl. A rainy Friday night here in Northwest Bismarck. Trips to the right of Meyer. Meyer back fakes the pass. He's going to run it and runs over one defender, falls across the 40 to the 41. Kane Nelson makes the stop.
Did you give him a tackle for that? As he just ran right over the top of?
And then he just turned around and hung onto his shoes.
Right. Because I got the initial contact.
So 4th down and 6 now for the Deacons. And what's Troy Madden going to do? I mean, he's probably going to let this one wind down and then probably use the timeout, I'm guessing.
Yeah, so it's 13 seconds in the game. The shot clock. The
9
play
seconds.
Clock.
Now we're down to 9, and that's
20-second difference, yeah.
What Troy is going to do. Once it hits 1, he's going to call a timeout. And, yeah, that's it. So they take a timeout. Hubbard National Insurance timeout on the field. Hubbard is a leading North American insurance brokerage. 20 seconds to go opening half. We're tied at 14 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Well, here we go. 4th down and 6, 20 seconds left to play from the Deacons. Have it from their own 41-yard line. And now what are we going to have here as I believe Ron Wingenbach wants to use his final timeout. We'll take another Hubbard National Insurance timeout. 20 seconds to go. We're tied at 14 on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
An injury can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clairmont, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clairmont, and McBride.
Well, it's a chess match here between the two coaches with just 20 seconds left to play. At halftime, we'll probably see if we can get a live look in up in Minot as Davies and Minot High going at it up there. Nick Hallberg with the call for you on that one on the PSP network. 4th and 6 now for the Deacons. 20 seconds to play. Here's Meyer. Meyer rolling to his right, sets, throws it across the middle. He's got a man, Chrisman, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, and out of bounds goes Chrisman. So a quick strike by the Deacons.
3 guys in the pass pattern. You know, when you got guys that are so dangerous like Chrisman and Oshak, and they just flooded a zone, and one guy was wide open, Chrisman.
So the Deacons trying to punch one in here with 11 seconds to play. Here's Meyer. Back to pass. Pump fakes. Throws the corner of the end zone. He's got Leininger out there, and he goes up. And a good play there by Kellogg as Leininger went up to get it. It was a one-on-one situation, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10 with 6 seconds to go. And once again, the Deacons are inside the ServPro red zone. 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians, advanced technology, fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's ServPro.
That last play was 40-yard reception to Chrisman.
2nd down and 10. Meyer back to pass. Meyer looking across the middle. He's got a man out there. And, out of the hands of Perkarovich, incomplete. And that's going to end the opening half here from the MD Resources Community Bowl on homecoming night for the Century Patriots as we go to break. On the BNC Bank scoreboard, it's Shanley 14, Century 14. Back with our intermission report after this timeout on the PSP network.
All right, bring it up. Come on. Someone's got to call a play. All right, let's go. I right, zoom, spider 2, Y banana. You don't like that one? Okay. I right, 40 power? No. You don't want that one either? All right, go kick off. Get out of here. Let's go.
First Western is your independent community bank with all the online conveniences you want and an experienced team you can count on.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Well, welcome back to our Sport Clips intermission report. I stand corrected as I had it as Northern Plains Heating Air, but it's our Sport Clips intermission report where we are tied 14-14 on homecoming night here for the Century Patriots. The Centana's performing their routine. The Mentana's waiting in the wings.
Were you a Mentana?
Huh?
You were. Come on.
No,
Scotty.
No. Nope. Zero. None. No.
Don't be talking down to the Mentanas.
No. I'm not.
I got lots of friends that were Demon Nuts.
I know.
They were stepping up. So.
No, sirree, Bob.
Well,
I was
too cool for that, or what?
Never said that either, did I? Nope.
I was just going by your negativity towards the Mentanas.
I was.
Where were you then?
I was busy working on my broadcasting career.
Is that what it was? Okay.
Well, we're at halftime 14-14. Chuck, I guess the question will be, are you shocked?
Yes, I am completely shocked. I would have handicapped it at 3 touchdowns for Shanley. Now, hey, the game isn't over because West Fargo Cheyenne thought at 20-14 that life was good for them too, and then they got shut out the second half and lost 42-14. So from a Century fan perspective, they're hoping that doesn't happen, and it feels to me like they feel good about themselves right now. And let's also be honest that the weather is surely a factor in terms of how these guys are throwing the football, what's happening in terms of running routes and different pieces like that. So that definitely has a factor, but don't take anything away from the effort and the great, to me, coaching calls and the scheming that the Century coaches have made and how these players have performed for the Patriots this first half.
Yeah, they certainly have. I thought up front on both sides of the football that they've done a good job, have the Century Patriots, and that leads us to a 14-14 tie. As we said, at halftime, we try to give you a live look up in Minot as to what's going on up there. As if we can go to that, I think Johnny Haugen might have that. And there's your live look up in Minot as Fargo Davies and Minot High scoreless. But, scoreless through the first quarter. So certainly Davies has gone on the road and said, okay, well, you know what? We're going to try to knock off the number 2 team in the state of North Dakota.
Davies number 5, and Minot looks like they're driving. I think they're the dark. Right?
Yep, it appears as Minot looks like they're on the move inside the Serve Pro red zone. Are the Magi, and it appears as we talk just like that. There goes Minot High,
Probably
and now
Tyson Rosiska, I'm going to guess.
Yeah, Rosiska takes it in from about 17 yards out, and there's the first score there. So good work there, Johnny Haugen. There's your live look-in. We'll try to keep you up to date on what's going on there as well, right here on the PSP Network. Our Sport Clips Intermission Report rolls on with more. We come back. Chuck Clairmont will have a look at the first half individual and team numbers on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Century 14, Shanley 14. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Well, welcome back to our Sport Clips Intermission Report. Chuck Clairmont, Scott Woodmansee with you. Glad to have you aboard on The PSP Network as 14-14 our score here on homecoming night. As you see the Mentanas down there, I was told by, I think Charlie Vig is a member of the Mentanas. His brother Max down playing hockey down in Oklahoma. But, and their pink tops are, I tell you, just it seems like they'd have a lot more than what they've got out there, but nonetheless.
Yeah, in terms of guys, I remember back in the day, the Demon Nuts used to have, literally 35 guys.
As there is everybody, certainly the Demon Nuts and the Mentanas, always crowd gets a kick out of them anytime they perform. Well, Charlie, you got them all rallied up for that first half. And for a look at the first half individual and team numbers, here's Chuck Clairmont.
All right, thanks, Scott. For the Shanley Deacons, let's do individual first. Perkarovich, 8 carries, 64 yards, and a 6-yard touchdown run for him. Landon Meyer, also nice first half, 8 carries, 51 yards for him. Caden Crispin, 1 for 2 yards, and Carson Busick had 1 carry for 10 yards. Landon Meyer throwing 9 of 17 for 119 yards and a 41-yard touchdown to right now his favorite receiver, Jordan Leidinger. Today, so far, Leidinger has 3 catches for 46 yards, including that 41-yard touchdown run to put the Deacons on the board. Caden Crispin, 3 catches for 42. Sam Oshak, who's a leading receiver in the state, and he just has 1 catch for 7 yards. Perkarovich has 2 catches for 24. For the Patriots, it's the running game that's keeping them going. Twardowski's leading them, 11 carries, 63 yards in the ground. He's got 19 in negatives with sacks, so he could have over 82 yards without those sacks. Gavin Lill, a nice first half, 9 carries, 46 yards. He's got a 14-yard touchdown run. Twardowski throwing 1 for 4, 5 yards. That 5-yard pass went to Oliver Jensen, but the one stat where he haven't talked about is Drew Nodlin. We've got it official.
We've got it confirmed.
He was the guy that took the pitch pass, or the pitch from the quarterback, Mike Twardowski. He rolled it to his right, and he threw a 34-yard strike to Rivers Martin, who got in the end zone for the second touchdown to tie it up at 14. From a team perspective, the Patriots 20 rushes for 109 yards. Shanley has 18 for 127. The Patriots 2 completions for 39 yards. Shanley has 9 completions for 119. Neither team has thrown an interception. Total plays, the Patriots 25 plays for 148. The Deacons 35 for 246. No fumbles on either team. The punts, 2 punts for the Patriots for 42.5 for Janula average, and just 1 for Landon Meyer for average of 44. 4 penalties for the Patriots, 35 yards. 3 for the Deacons for 40. Century has 7 first downs. Shanley has 12. 2 sacks for Shanley. 1 by Perkarovich. That was a 14-yarder. And then a 5-yard sack by Caden Crispin. No interceptions in that first half. So good quality first half all around. I would say time of possession probably still is on the Shanley side. I can figure that later. That's a stat that probably nobody cares but me. But the time of possession is probably a good one in terms of the Patriots saying, hey, they needed that ball control offense in order for them to be successful and throw some good quality defense, some big 4th down play when they needed it. Well, I guess a missed play by Shanley. I don't know if you can take credit for that one, but no matter what, it happened, and then they responded. So great first half. We're all tied at 14.
Yeah, well, then a good job, too, Chuck, by the Century defense, keeping Shanley out of the end zone there late in that first first half. And I say that for the simple fact is that, coming out in the second half, Century gets the ball to start the second half. So, instead of coming back out and knowing you're down against this high-powered offense, you're down 7 or 6 or 8 or whatever that may have been. Well, we are where we ended, and now it's our turn to maybe drive it down and try to take the lead in this football game.
Yeah, that's a great point, Scott, because they had 2 plays in the end zone at the end of that first half, and that could have been a backbreaker for the Patriots in terms of momentum. So even though they gave up a couple big plays to end that first half, they held and they didn't give up the touchdown throw, and halftime ended up with the ball in their 19-yard line. So from a scoring perspective, Leininger got it on the board first, a 41-yard touchdown catch at the 10-24 mark. Perkarovich run made it 8-0. Then Lil, on the next possession, the Patriots came back and responded at the 5:58 mark of the first half with a 14-yard run. Jangula made the kick. They were actually still down 8-7 at the end of the first quarter. And then the first possession of the second quarter, Shanley went down the field and scored on a Perkarovich 6-yard run. The pass was no good, so it was a 14-7 score at the 9:58 mark. And then we talked about it, the possession where a wide open Oshak, who's overthrown on fourth down, the Patriots took over in their 43-yard line. And what a call by Coach Wingenbach. Some of the Century players are even going, I cannot believe he ran that play. But what a call. A pitch to Nodlin and a 43-yard pass to Rivers Martin. That kick was good, made it 14-all at 1:59, and that's where we're at halftime.
Yeah, you don't think that that's one of those things when Meyer next week when they go down and they sit and watch film and they watch that, isn't that one where you just go, Coach, just please do not show me that. And you just put your head in your lap and go, I know I missed him. He was wide open. But, again, I mean, that's football. And
yeah.
And nonetheless, right now, Century in a battle here with the number one team in the state of North Dakota, the Fargo Shanley Deacons, as our intermission report rolls on with more after this timeout on the BNC Bank scoreboard at the break. Century 14, Shanley 14. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
To top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
But Simon, what about mold? Agent Marlon Old. He holds the world record for fastest mold remediation.
Transformative for your small business. The best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today.
Well, welcome back to our Sport Clips intermission report as we're tied at 14 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Chuck, you've got some BNC Bank scoreboard updates and something going on up in the northwest part of the state, is there not?
There is. As a matter of fact, we'll hit the AA first as Valley City and West Fargo Horace are tied at 7. North and South, 1 and 2 in AA. They are tied with 5 minutes left in the third at 21. Cheyenne leads Red River in a battle at AAA and AA, 13-7 with 6 minutes left in the second. And then in the AAA side, as you alluded to, the Coyotes leading 20-0 over the Legacy Sabres. 6 minutes left in the second period there. That's up at Legion Field in Williston. Minot leads 7-0. 8 minutes left in the second. And then the Braves just up by 1 touchdown over the Saints. I guess there's 2 minutes left in the first half, or first quarter maybe, on that one. So got some tight football games here today.
Is it one of those nights?
It seems like it is, isn't it?
Is it one of those?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it one of those nights where
upset specials?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I mean, I guess if you look at the games that are out there, and you talk, this would be the upset special, and then obviously if St. Mary's can come back and knock off Mandan, I would call that an upset. Yep. And I guess you look at Wilson Legacy, and I mean, both teams struggling this year, and I don't know there, but certainly Mark Kennedy's team, I think it's senior night up there. Century goes up there next week for homecoming. So you talk about scheduling teams. Century gets to come into Coyote Country, and I know that they got a big Hall of Fame induction up there. Phil Jackson will be in town. The two brothers, the two Qualley brothers will be in town.
Wow.
So some big activities going up in Coyote country.
Isn't Brian? Is he still playing for the Jets or no?
Brian. Brian is actually, that's Brent.
Yeah, Brent.
Brent. Yeah, he's called her quits.
Really?
Yep. He's called her. Well, let's just say he's stuck around long enough, Chuck, to get that NFL pension, and that's all you want to do. If you get that, you'll be just fine.
I think he's probably doing okay.
But it'll be a big weekend up in Coyote land, and certainly if they can get a win over the Legacy Sabres, they'll have a little momentum going into next week. Well, go ahead, Charlie.
No, I was just going to say, to me, taking a look at this second half is, you want to get a quick commercial in?
No, absolutely
No, I was
not.
just thinking from a key perspective that, okay, Century don't change a thing, right? Other than hey, make sure nobody's wide open. Okay, because you rolled the dice once and you made it. I would imagine we might see that play again the second half.
Yeah, and the thing about that is, you talk about being wide open, and that was the one thing that they were gullible with against that West Fargo was their secondary, and then we saw a little bit of that too against Mandan, some breakdowns in their secondary, but I think overall defensively, other than a couple of breakdowns, I think Century has brought the right game plan to the Community Bowl tonight.
Well, I mean, what you take a look at it is, usually when you look at the breakdown between run and pass for Shanley, usually it's 72 to 28% run and pass. Well, with this weather, it's just really hard to continue to do that. So they're basically almost a 50-50 in this first half, 17 runs and 21 passes. So they're forcing Shanley to run because they're putting pressure on the quarterback early and often and saying, hey, there's going to be no long passes. We're not letting you get these deep passes. It's the short ones that they've had the success. When they had any success, it's all on short passes. So they got to continue to put pressure on Shanley. And then Shanley, hey, you know what? There is no panic, I can promise you. They're into halftime. They're the supreme confidence, winning 8 in a row, including a state championship. And they're going to come back with Century better be prepared because Shanley going to come back with something the second half.
Well, Sean getting ready to kick it off. Thanks for tuning into our Sport Clips intermission report. Gavin Lill stands back around his own 4-yard line. And Sean approaches it. And, they go with the onside right away. And they got it. Then, just like you said, they come out, they onside kick it, and just like that, something is going to come out of the pocket of
couldn't see who came up with it on that one. We tried a little replay there, Scott.
Well, you tried it.
Sorry, I just about took over there. I wanted to.
Here, you want? I mean, I know you got excited about the replay there, but
I wanted to see who got it.
Here we go. As Shanley has it now, 1st and 10 near the midfield stripe. As the onside kick works, and Meyer back to pass, pump fakes. Now he's flushed out of the pocket. Now he throws it down the sideline and completes it to Chrisman. Are you kidding me?
Well,
he was wrapped up, and what a change of events. They come out, onside kick it, and Meyer looked like he was going to go down, but he found Chrisman on the far sideline. 1st and 10 from the Century 38-yard line. Prkarovich straight up the middle, and he's going to be brought down at the 37-yard line, and Troy Mattern comes out, rolls the dice, the riverboat gambler. Onside kicks
taking over for the Beulah guy, right?
Jimmy Dooley, yeah,
we call him the riverboat gambler. I don't know how is he the gambler, but
Meyer, he's going to keep it. I don't know if that was supposed to go to Prkarovich or not because Meyer just kind of hung around there. Schweigert makes a stop for Century. So to bring up a 3rd down and 9. Now, there's no questioning that this is a 4-down territory for Fargo Shanley as Meyer goes quickly again. Twins left, twins right. Meyer barks out the signal, fakes it, slant pattern. Oshak, he caught it and dropped it at the 28-yard line. It was in the hands of Oshak on the slant. That was another touchdown right there for Sam Oshak.
The other part is not only throwing the ball as hard, but catching it is equally as hard because your hands are getting wet, and that was exactly a touchdown slant to Oshak.
So here's a 4th down and 9 now. Century shows blitz. Here they come. They set the screen up. Here's Prekarovich in space, 35-30, and
just made
it's going to be close to a first down.
Well, they had an opportunity, too. They threw it short of the first down marker at the 35, and then a great run by Prekarovich and a push right at the stick, Scott, to get the first down.
So first down and 10 from the Century 28. They fake it. Prekarovich, quick pass, Leininger. He goes upfield, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Shanley. And boom, just like that, the Deacons strike at the 10:49 mark on a 28-yard touchdown pass from Meyer to Leininger.
Well, we said something was going to happen, and it did. The onside kick, the recovery, and then the quick strike offense going right at you, and finish it up with the 28-yard Leininger pass. And that's what happens. And the Century fans I don't know if they've taken a breath since halftime right there after that.
No.
They're thinking, we got the ball, we played so well, and all of a sudden all the momentum just went out the door.
And now here's the 2-point conversion as Meyer fakes the handoff, throws it across, slant, throws it behind Oshak. Flag comes out, and we're gonna try that one again. I believe that's gonna be pass interference. And I think it's raining harder now.
Yeah, I think you're right. Umbrellas are coming back out.
And that is pass interference against the Patriots. So now we're gonna try that one again.
Well, better to interfere with them than give up a 2-point conversion. So even though you get closer, I guess, what do you get, half the distance to the goal?
Mm-hmm.
So it's 1.5 yards?
So we'll try it again, or the Deacons will try it again. They motion Oshak. Now Meyer fakes it, goes over the left side, leans in. I don't know if
he fumbled it. Oh.
No, he can't return. He can't advance it on the 2-point conversion. So the 2-point conversion fails. So 10:49 to go in the third quarter of play on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Shanley 20, Century 14. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Well, a quick strike there by the Deacons, and they take the lead 2014. They come out at the break, onside kick it. And they take advantage of it on a 28-yard touchdown pass from Meyer to Leininger. And Sean, that's a little pooch kick. And it's going to be fielded at the 21-yard line, the 25-30, and down at the 35 on the return there for Century. That was Kyler Palczewski. So now Century will get the ball for their first offensive possession. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Minot State University. The best way to predict your future is to create it. With over 100 areas of study at Minot State, you'll earn the degree for the career you desire. Minot State University. First down and 10 for Century from their own 35-yard line. Twardowski goes under center. Lil dots the I. Lil has it, comes right, cuts back inside, and he bowls his way out near the 40-yard line. Brought down at the 39.
One thing we haven't talked about for Shanley is they got some studs hurts. We talked about Adam Leininger hurt, but Nick Kuehl, right? Kuehl. Scott, what did I say? How do I was it? Hold it. I want to make sure. Keel. Okay, Nick Keel. He's out. He's a two-way starter. We also had Bo Meyer limited on defense. Matt Berg's out. Then Gabe Danduran's out. So they've got some of their starters that are out tonight as well.
Here's Lil. Dodging tackles in the backfield. Picks up some good yardage there. He's going to be short of the first down is Gavin Lil. So to bring up a third down, and we'll call it 3 to go for Century with 9:47 left to go here in quarter number 3. They trail 20-14 on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
Raining pretty steady the entire game, and the wind is still blowing from an east wind, which is right in the face of the Patriots right now, about 10 to 15 miles an hour.
Deacons stack the box here. They hand off. Lil breaks off one tackle, and
I don't think so.
Oh boy,
I don't think I like the spot. Do you?
No, that was a terrible spot.
I mean, I don't mean to like it. I don't care whether they got the first down. It looked to me like he was a little further. Now the official was right there. The knee could have been down, and as Little's been doing such a good job tonight, he's kind of leaning forward. The old Chuck Foreman we used to see, right? How many yards did he pick up when he just kind of leaned the ball forward after he was down?
Well, and Ron Wingenbach's going to roll the dice here from his own 44-yard line on a 4th down and short.
What do you do? We give it right back to Lil, or are you going to do a quarterback, your quarterback read?
Yep.
Ooh, you talk about stacking the box.
Boy, oh boy, it's Twardowski, and I think that extra push is going to get him the first down.
That was what you call a scrum.
Yep, that
Initially,
was a
he didn't get it.
Scrum there.
It's the old, we got our guys weakened from not the tug of war, the push of war is what it is. Not the push aways that my uncle told me I needed to do. The push of wars.
The push-aways. For those of you listening, sometime somewhere between now and the end of the year, we'll explain what the push-away is.
Push yourself away from the table.
For those of you with a good imagination, I'm sure you know exactly what that is. First down and 10 for Century from their own 46-yard line. Twardowski under center. Fakes it to Lil, throws it underneath. That's going to be caught and blown up at the 49-yard line on the reception there. That was Cash Weisenberger, but he was blown up, and we got an injured lineman for Century at the down. Nope, he gets up at the 45. I didn't see who made that stick there.
But either Cash got dusted, boy, for sure.
Well, he got met. But the Patriots have it inside Deacon territory. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Jersey Mike's. Make sure to vote for this week's Jersey Mike's Player of the Week on the PSP Network Facebook page. Jersey Mike's is a sub above.
Still a 5-yard pickup. I mean, he paid for it, but.
Yeah, he did. 2nd down and 5 from the 49-yard line of the Deacons. Twardowski keeps it, goes left, and he's going to get a couple.
Boy, strong, though. He had two Shanley Deacons pushing him backwards, and he would not be denied getting about an extra half yard on that one, as he had both Allers and Landon Mitchell.
They spot this one at the 47-yard line, so it'll be 3rd and 3 for Century.
So in all practical purposes, you got 2 plays to get 3 yards, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. If you're going to go for it when you did before, you're certainly going to go for it now.
Yep.
If they don't get it here on 3rd down. 3rd and 3 now, Twardowski under center. Hands off, Lil over the right side. He's got breaks tackle, 40, 35, 30. Look out, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Century. Gavin Lil from 47 yards out, and we're tied once again at 20.
You stack the box, Scott. You got to get through that first wave, and you got an opening, and a great job at the point of attack, led because of Lil's quickness to the line of scrimmage, and then he blew through the line, and you were not catching him as he darted towards the left pylon and goes, as you mentioned, 47 yards, an extra point away from the Patriots taking the lead.
And on to attempt the extra point is Jangula out of the hold of Nodlin. High snap, hold down, kick up. It appears good, and it is. 6:39 to go. 3rd quarter to play on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Century 21, the Deacons 20. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shots Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shots Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shots Crossroads.
Well, Gavin Lil and Jangula have just given the Century Patriots a 1-point lead at 21-20 on the BNC Bank scoreboard with 6:39 to go. A 47-yard touchdown run by Lil. And Jangula set to kick it away. Oshak and Leininger back to receive. And it's going to be angled, and it's going to go out of bounds. Flag comes up. And probably a pretty good idea as they kick it away there. So it'll go out of bounds. So Century.
It's kind of like how the game started, right? The Shanley Deacons go down and score in a quick strike in about 1:35, and the Patriots come back with ball control offense. Lil gets a 14-yard run the first time they scored. Well, this one's a 47-yard run. So these Patriots, they are not going to be denied right now, Scott. They are.
No, they are not
playing. I mean, this is the Century team that I think people expected, because I'm pretty sure in preseason they were picked number 2 behind Shanley.
So here come the Deacons on 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Landon Meyer, the quarterback. He hands off. Prikarovich goes right, cuts it back inside, and he's going to get it out to the 37-yard line. Stand corrected, the 38-yard line. So give him a gain of 4 to be 2nd down and 6 now for the Deacons. 6:20 left to go, 3rd quarter. Oh, they got Hitchin. They got Oshak caught 40, 35. He stops, and he's going to be run out of bounds there. That time they got Jordan Kellogg to bite there on the pump fake, and Oshak finally was able to haul one in.
He just threw it up in the air, too. Didn't try to overthrow it. I'm sure Oshak and Leininger said, throw the ball up. Give us a chance on a 50-50 ball to come down with the catch.
1st and 10 now from the Century 34-yard line. They fake, and Meyer keeps it and gets off one tackle, but he can't get off another one, and he's going to be stood up. Forward progress will stand him up for a gain of a yard. So they're going to say it's no gain, so it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Deacons. Meyer back to pass, throws it quick. Oshak caught at the, nope, it's incomplete. And threw it over his head.
Kellogg and Kane Nelson. Boy, the linebackers have played well
they have
tonight, too. And, you know that's happening when these guys are making plays, when you got the guys up front taking up, not allowing the blockers to come onto the secondary.
3rd down and 10. There's a quick pass out Leininger, and it's through his hands as he tried to turn upfield. Was it thrown behind him, or nope? They're going to say it's incomplete. Yep. So Jackson burst on the coverage there. So now a big play here for both the Deacon offense and the Patriot defense. 4th and 10 from the Century 34-yard line. 5:44 to go here in quarter number 3. Meyer, he's got trips to his right. Oshak lined up to the short side of the field. Now they split Prikarovich out. Meyer back to pass, throws a slant, caught Leininger. And he's brought down at the 19-yard line. And on the stop there was Oliver Jensen, but a quick pass there and a completion to Leininger.
And Landry Wesson just missed it. Stepped in front of that one a hair too late. And they got a guy down on the field. And I think that's Jensen, right, as he tried to make the tackle on Leininger and right in his shoulder. Leininger, I saw the replay last week as he ran over. Number 17's got a permanent Jordan Leininger mark on West Fargo Cheyenne as he ran right through him. The same thing happened here, and right in the shoulder as he hit him. Jensen's down right now. But that's just a quick hitter. They line up Leininger on the slot formation. He goes right up the field, and he forces you to, and they got 3 guys in that pass pattern, all kind of similar in an area. And the linebacker's got to make the play, or the free safety has to make the play. And that one, Leininger pulled that one down and then stuck his head down and shoulder down and just ran right over Jensen. Jensen made the play, but he is hurt.
Reminder to stay tuned for our Planning Team Financial Advisor Shots Crossroads post-game report. Planning Team Financial Advisors helping clients work toward financial freedom. And Shots Crossroads get filled up on their delicious menu that includes the famous number 99. Order online at shotscrossroads.com. Team buses are always welcome. As you mentioned, that is Oliver Jensen getting up. He'll walk gingerly off the field.
Leininger, that was his 5th catch of the night, Scott. He's got 2 touchdowns. He's got 90 yards in the night, and the quarterback Myers throwing over 205 yards now for the night.
Yeah, Leininger now in the slot to Myers' right. Oshak lined up near side. Meyer, he's going to keep it, goes left. Now cuts back inside, bouncing off tackles, and he's going to be brought down at the 10-yard line, and the Deacons are inside the Paul Chesky makes a stop. They're inside the Serve Pro red zone. 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians, advanced technology, fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro. Here's Meyer on 2nd down and 3. Meyer, he's going to keep it straight up the middle, and he's not going to get the first down. May have got a yard, if anything.
That was good push on that right side by C.J. Johnson, I think it was. I don't have his number on.
Oh,
here.
they did. They gave him so it'll be 3rd down and 1 now.
Gave it down to the 9-yard line?
Down to 9. 3rd and Meyer's going to keep it straight up the middle. bouncing off tackle. He's at the 5.
He fumbled
the ball in the end zone. And I think Century's got
They're going to give him. No, Century got the recovery.
Oh, they're going to say it's a recovery in the end zone. I thought Century had the football.
Perkarovich. Or was it Crispin? Crispin got the football. I thought Century had it. And the Century's stunned right now because he's saying, they're looking at it going, hey, wait a minute. We'll try to get things ironed out here. What the officials are going to say is he fumbled, maybe trying to reach the ball across the end zone or whatever he was trying. No matter what happened, he fumbled it into the end zone. Now, they can't run a 2-point conversion because they've got 3 officials on the other side.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to take control and step up on the official and go, okay, stop a second here. What?
Huh.
We're waiting the call. He's going to make one here.
Nope. They're giving him the touchdown.
Perkarovich, recovery in the end zone.
No, I think it was not. It was
Crispin.
I'm sorry. Crispin who recovered in the end zone. Now they throw a quick back of the end zone. Oshak, 2-point conversion, caught. And so the Deacons on a fumble by Meyer in the end zone. Fell on by Crispin. And now the Deacons go back up by 7 at 28-21. 4:41 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Prestwich Orthodontics, specializing in braces and Invisalign for all ages. We offer free consultations and financing options to make it easy to take your smile to the next level. Call 852-2646 or visit mybraces.com today to get started with a free virtual consultation. Prestwich Orthodontics. Well, a change of events there as Century looked like they may have forced a turnover, but Crispin, right place, right time, falls on it. And now Shanley back up at 28-21. Sean, slow kick, and it's going to go out of bounds. Yep, and Oliver Jensen got away with one there.
Jensen's back in the field. That's good to see.
Yep.
Not happy with how he got ran over, so
good starting position now for the Century Patriots, trailing 28-21 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. 4:41 left to play. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Roger Ward Moving and Storage. They've probably been helping the region with their moving and storage needs since 1942. Find them online at RogerWardMovingandStorage.com to schedule a move or to find a quote. Roger Ward Moving and Storage. Well, what happened? Or are they going to say he touched it?
Oh, man, that's not good. Well, I mean, it touched it before he went out of bounds.
Yeah,
so that's big, though, because it would have been the 35-yard line where he would have got it.
Yep. So he touched it before it went out of bounds. So now, instead of the 35, it's at the 20. Here comes Century now. Twardowski spreads everybody out. Get Lil in the slot. Now they motion him. They fake it to Lil. Twardowski keeps it, goes left, and he's going to be swarmed under. Rogan came from the backside. Scrum, it appears, on the field. Shanley's saying they got the football.
And
the officials are going to say he was down.
Yep. Well, Century's got to find some momentum here. They got to get the crowd into it a little bit. I know they're cold. I know it's rainy. The temperature is now, still at 61. That's what it was at kickoff. And so the temperature's held pretty steady as has the rain and as has the wind.
So 2nd down and 10 now for Century, deep in their own territory. Ball spotted at the 20-yard line. Twardowski now goes eye backfield. Gavin Lill dots the eye behind him. They toss it. Nope, they fake the toss. Twardowski on the rollout. He throws it underneath. Oh, I don't know who that was intended for. Preston Zimmerman underneath, but
that's a hard throw.
Twardowski let him a little too far.
Well, and he had somebody right on his hip. Zimmerman did, and so he rolled out to his left, a little bootleg, and even if it got completed, it was not going anywhere.
So now it's 3rd and 10.
I talked to a guy and said, hey, what actually happened? Apparently the Patriot had the fumble in the end zone, and it slipped out of his hands.
Okay.
So he dove on it and then lost it.
All right. Update up in Williston, end of the first half. Williston leads 27-7. Here we go, a 3rd and 10 now for Century. Twardowski back to pass. Here comes pressure. They throw a screen. Here's Lill in space. He's get 20, turns upfield, and he's all the way down to the 45-yard line goes Gavin Lill. So a big play there for Century as they get out of their own territory. And now we've got an injured Deacon on the field. It appears that's Chrisman.
And what a call. Middle screen to Gavin Lill, and it's the ankle of Chrisman, and tough kid. He's down in the field. But a great call by Coach Wingenbach on that play, and the Patriots, 3 guys had pulled to his left, got in front of that, had some great blocking, and then once Lill saw an opening, he just turned the jets on, ran past his blockers, and picks up 24 yards and a big first down.
BNC National Bank, with locations throughout North Dakota, Minnesota, and Arizona. BNC National Bank provides you with the banking and wealth management service for your business and family. Visit BNC Bank online today at bnc.bank, because we can give you some, you got some scoreboard updates over there, Chuck?
Yeah, Mandan still over St. Mary's by a touchdown, 14-7 at the end of the first half. Cheyenne now has extended their lead to 26-7 over Grand Forks Red River. That's at the half. And then also in AA football, Valley City and Horace are tied at 7. North has a touchdown lead over South with 5 minutes left in the fourth, and Jamestown all over Wahpeton 34-6 to start of the third period. So Jamestown, number 3 ranked team in the state.
Well, how about Devils Lake as well? Devils Lake over number 4 Dickinson, 21-7 at the end of the first half in that one. Yep. And
so let's see, Crispin's up. He's kind of hobbling off that right ankle to be limping. This is a tough kid. He'll probably tape it up, and you'll probably see his butt back out in the field.
Yep, tonight's game brought to you in part also by Northern Plains Heating and Air. They have over 25 years of experience as your heating and air experts. As the factory authorized dealer for AeroSeal, there's no other choice to seal your heating and air game other than Northern Plains Heating and Air. Find them online, northern-plains.com. 1st and 10 now for Century from their own 44-yard line. 4:19 left to go, quarter number 3. Twardowski, eye backfield behind him. They hand off. Lill comes right, stops, and goes nowhere. Cam Allers there to make the stop for the Deacons.
Yeah, it was a good job by the guys up front. It was Logan, Carter Mitchell, Deutsch. They really bottled up the inside, had a couple linebackers blitzed in the middle, and allowed Allers on the outside, the defensive end, to kind of come down and just grab a hold of Perkarovich and pull him down.
So no gain there. It'll be 2nd down and 10 now for Century.
Lill went over the 100-yard mark with that 47-yard touchdown run, Scott. 14 carries, $102.
So Lill again dots the eye behind quarterback Twardowski. Back to pass. They go for the downs and overthrown at the 30-yard line. The intended receiver there, that was Cale Schomer on the coverage. That was that Oshak over there? I believe it was Oshak on the coverage.
He was all over him and tried to throw it up high where Oshak wasn't going to potentially get to, but just overthrown the receiver.
Look at the Shanley crowd there as they got all their rain gear on, 28-21. No rain gear needed up here in the press box.
Unlike last week or 2 weeks ago, I guess.
2 weeks ago. So 3rd down and 10 now for Century. Play comes in from the sideline, and we'll see what they elect to do here. And more importantly, will Ron Wingenbach, if he doesn't get it here, will he go for it on 4th down if they don't get it? 3rd down and 10. They fake it. Twardowski back to pass. Wants to go across the middle, and he completes it at the 32-yard line. On the reception there, Drew Nodlin.
Nodlin, what a day he's having. He came in, he's the quarterback, backup quarterback, but also a wideout. Inside, little skinny post, quarterback all kinds of time, and threw a great ball down low, and Nodlin slid down to pick that one up at the 32-yard line.
Love the play call there by the Century coaching staff, and that's a first down in Shanley territory at the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 for Century. Clock winds at 2:58 to go, quarter number 3. Century trying to tie this one back up. 1st and 10. Twardowski. Lil stands next to him. Back to pass. Twardowski looking. Throws backside. He's got a man out there. Oh, and he overthrows the intended receiver. Xavier Harlotstead was the intended receiver. On the coverage was Oshak.
Well, they're going right at him. I think Shanley's starting to kind of stack that box, and Coach Wingenbach is saying, all right, we're going to try to see if we can't loosen you up a little bit. They're throwing into the wind, too. They'll switch at the end of this quarter, so Central actually have the wind for the last quarter.
So first and now to be 2nd down and 10 now for Century. Ball spotted. The Deacon 32-yard line. Twardowski. Oh, boy, and that one went anywhere. A misdirection play there. Cam Allers in the backfield to bring down Gavin Lill, and that one did not work. And that's a loss all the way back to the 40-yard line. So now a 39-yard line.
Boy, devastating right there. Allers, boys, he stepped up this possession right here, and right when they needed it, too. I mean, they needed somebody defensively to kind of come up big with Crispin out with his ankle. Now I was trying to see if I could, he's getting his ankle taped right now on the sidelines, but what a big play. The misdirection doesn't work when you got somebody on the defensive line that's coming free.
So 3rd down and 17 for Century. Twardowski sends 4 men in the pattern. Twardowski pressure on the backside. He steps up, he throws, and it's going to be over the head. Intended receiver was Harlotstead again. And out there on the coverage, that was Jordan or was that Binnick?
Yep. No, that was Leininger.
It was Leininger. Yep.
It is, yeah.
Yep, it was Leininger.
Had picked up on the play, and quarterback rushed that just a little bit, Scott, because he had Allers coming in from his backs or front side, actually.
Well, the Patriots are going to go for it here on 4th and 17 from the Deacon 39-yard line. They trail 28-21 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Minute 52 to play, quarter number 3. Twardowski back to pass. Looking. He fires across the middle, and it's underthrown. It's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver was Gavin Lill. And I think he was triple team. It looked like he was triple team there.
Yeah, Allers was in the face, as was Max Sorensen, forcing the quarterback to throw it a little bit earlier than he wanted to. Patriots were actually hoping he would have intercepted it because it would have been down in the 10-yard line. So Shanley's fortunate they didn't catch it.
So now Century turns it over on downs, and their defense is called on once again to come up with some big stops here with a minute 47 to go. 3rd quarter of play. Landon Meyer. Busick stands along. Nope. They throw a quick pass. Here's a pitch pass, Leininger, and they pitch it back. That was to Chad Pollock on the pitch pass there.
Well,
and
who threw it?
That was Leininger that pitched it to him. So it'll be a first down.
Had my head down,
at the Century 49-yard line. Meyer, quick pass over to Leininger. He blows by 2 defenders, puts his head down, runs over to 1 up the near sideline, still on his feet, and he's out of bounds at the 30-yard line. How about the effort of Jordan Leininger?
Well, this is a tough kid. Then he pops up, runs all the way in the middle, throws the official the football, and back out, gets himself ready. He's saying, well, what do you mean twin brother Adam is the best player in this football team? What are you talking about?
He can stay where he's at. 1st and 10 from the 30. Leininger again caught it, and he's going to be brought down immediately at the 29-yard line. So there'll be a gain of 1 there. Are they going to give him the 28? Maybe 2. Be 2nd down and 8. A minute 15 left to play. quarter number 3. Here's Meyer again on 2nd and 8. They gave him 2. They fake it to Pollock. Now Leininger, 25-20, 15-10. 5 to the pylon, touchdown, Jordan Leininger. He holds up number 1 to the Midco camera. And 34-21, the Deacons tack on 6 more, and Jordan Leininger gets himself another touchdown.
And a lot of it on his own, but they've thrown that little screen pass where he catches it on the outside, but his momentum's cutting back to the inside, and then he cut inside and then went right back to the outside and showed his speed to get his 3rd touchdown of the game. This one 28 yards to go along with another one that was 28 and a 41-yarder to get him on the board. So what a response by the Shanley Deacons.
2-point conversion awaits here now as Meyer, they motion, Oshak. Now Meyer rolling to his right, looking, throws corner. Oshak wide open. 2-point conversion is good, and the Deacons extend their lead at the 1:01 mark of quarter number 3. It's Shanley 36, Century 21. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Your business or your home, across the town or across the country. We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
Agency, we have the privilege of serving our community by helping businesses and individuals protect what matters most. That's why we're proud to be your locally owned independent insurance agency. As an independent insurance agency, we work with the industry's leading insurance companies and provide our clients a better experience and a better value. For auto, home, business, bonds, life, and health insurance, think the Kramer Agency. See us at our new location at 232 West Century.
Agency, your partner for life.
Well, Leininger's having a night tonight as he's got his 3rd touchdown. There's a squiv kick by Sean, and it's going to be picked up to the 21-yard line, 25-30, 35. Oliver Jensen out to the 36-yard line, and Century's got to go to work here as they got to get one in the end zone and cannot afford to give it back to this high-powered Fargo-Shanley offense as
2 touchdowns down plus a 2-point conversion.
Yep.
And this is what Shanley did last week. You know, they kind of gave a little bit of ray of hope to West Fargo Cheyenne, and then they turned that quick strike offense where they've scored all 3 possessions here in the second half. The Deacons have.
Twardowski goes under center. Lil dots the eye. They give it to him. Lil goes left, breaks through 40, 45, cuts to the outside. Look out. He's at the 40, 35, 30, cuts back inside. Oshak drives him out of bounds at the 23-yard line. So a quick play there by Gavin Lill as he got to the edge and hold the phone. Century right back in business.
50-yard run by Gavin Lill, and he shows why he is one of the best running backs in the state. That the stop-start, the speed to get to the outside. Obviously, you need blocking and reach blocking by your perimeter players to allow him to get in the open, but Gavin Lill, this kid's special.
Century now 1st and 10 from the Deacon 23-yard line. Twardowski, he's going to keep it. He goes left. And Twardowski picks up some good yardage on 1st down across the 20 down to the 16-yard line goes Mike Twardowski.
This good old-fashioned quarterback power play.
Yep.
I guess still marking the 17, but 6 yards. He's got 73 yards. Lil's got 145, so it's the ground game that's kept him here, and there's still plenty of time. You score and you got a whole quarter with the win behind you.
Yeah, no question about it. 1st down, 2nd down and 4. And they give it to Lil, and he's going to be stood up for little or no gain, and that's going to end the 3rd quarter of play here for the Mendia Resources Community Bowl. On the BNC Bank scoreboard, at the end of 3, it's Shanley 36, Century 21. Back for quarter number 4 after this timeout on the PSP Network.
All right, bring it up. Come on. Someone's got to call a play. All right, let's go. High right, zoom, spider 2, wide banana. You don't like that one, okay. I write 40 power?
No.
Don't want that one either? All right, go kick off. Get out of here, let's go.
First Western is your independent community bank with all the online conveniences you want and an experienced team you can count on.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
When it comes to your car, you need someone you can trust. Someone who cares about your safety, your budget, and your peace of mind. At Trusted Tire and Auto, trust is more than just a word. It's at the heart of everything we do. We're a local business, owned and operated by people who live and work in this community. And we believe that by building relationships based on trust and care, we can make our community a better place to live and drive. Trusted Tire and Auto, where trust, care, and community meet on the road.
Well, tonight's game brought to you in part by the UPS store. They're located on South Broadway in Minot. They're open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 7, Saturday, 8:30 to 3. The UPS store located in the Marketplace Foods Plaza for all your packing and shipping needs. Well, Century has it 2nd down and 3 as they are inside the Serve Pro red zone. 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians, advanced technology, fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro. I backfield again behind quarterback Mike Twardowski. Lil.ci. Twardowski gives it to him. Lil bounces off one tackler. Tries to get to the edge. He does. Needs a block. Cuts inside. Good open field tackle at the 15-yard line there by the Deacons. And on the stop there, I think that was Binnick.
Yeah, and that was kind of great individual effort there as he bounced outside, used that stiff arm. Patriots may have got away with a little bit of a block in the back right at the line of scrimmage, but the official, I was watching him through my binoculars, and he had his hand, and like, okay, I'm going to let it go.
3rd down and 1 now for Century. 4th down and 1. My bad. Handoff. Lil goes left, and I think he's got the first down. There's no question he does as the clock stops. As you said there, Chuck, he did a good job of getting his body turned and falling forward towards the goal line, did Gavin Lill.
He had the 270-pound Luke Rogan hanging on to him, but just went forward, then leaned backwards and kind of used his strength to pick up another extra yard. So 2 yards there and a first down for Gavin Lill.
So Gavin Lill having himself a night here for the Century Patriots, and his team is on the move again as they've got it 1st down and 10 from the Deacon 12-yard line. Twardowski, Lil stands next to him. Receivers split left and right. Twardowski, he's going to fake it. He's going to keep it. Goes right, cuts back inside. He's got room, breaks the tackle at the 5, into the end zone. Twardowski from 12 yards out, and Century is right back in this one.
Well, they go double tight formation, Scott. Then they pull the backside guard, Braxton Dahl. He comes around, makes a great block. The quarterback cuts back and gets into the end zone. So great call by the coach, and the line stepped up right there.
So at the 10:43 mark, Century on a 12-yard touchdown run there. Jangil on snap, hold, kick up, and the kick is good. 10:43 to go in this one on the BNC Bank scoreboard. It's Shanley 36, Century 28. Don't go away. Back with more after this timeout on the PSP Network.
We look forward to serving you here at your local community bank.
Well, a reminder, after this one, we'll have our planning team financial advisor, Shots Crossroads postgame report. We'll have our Sport Clips MVP of the game. Sport Clips will keep you looking your best. Check in online with the hairstyles today at sportclips.com. Locations in Bismarck and Minot, and also the Jobbers Moving and Storage. Move of the game. There's been a lot of them here tonight, as it's been a fun one. 36-28. As Century climbs right back into this one, as good kick there, and Oshak's going to get a chance to return it. He's at the 5, 10 angles near side, 15, 20, slips a tackle. Oh, he's going to be brought down there. Good open field tackle there by Century. That was Landry Wesson getting downfield as the shifty Oshak gets it out to the 22, and now this is where Century's defense has got to rise to the occasion here.
So that was a 6-play, 63-yard drive, 2 minutes and 3 seconds. Got a couple first downs. Big play was that first one, 50-yard run by Lil.
First down and 10 now for the Deacons. They throw a screen pass, and it's going to be caught and dropped by Chad Pollock, and he ran back to fall on it just in case. So it'll bring up second down and 10 for the Deacons.
They called incomplete. Yeah, I think
they did call it. It was
a forward
incomplete.
pass.
Yep. So second down and 10 now for Shanley. Landon Meyer, the senior quarterback, claps his hand, snap. He's going to keep it, goes up, and he's got room. 30, 35, 40. Angles sideline, and he's brought down at the 45-yard line. Oliver Jensen brings him down there, and we've got an injured Century player down, and that looks like it's Schweigert.
Yeah, that was just the weave he had going right and left and right and left. Little serpentine action for the quarterback, almost getting him to 100 yards now, but maybe a cramp. It's not hot, but
yeah, Schweigert.
He's got him on his knee. He's checking his knee out right away, and Schweigert is back. He is not doing good right there, but Meyer just showed how tough of a kid he is. I mean, he's put on about 20 pounds of muscle over the summer.
Well, was there a penalty?
Oh, got to be.
Huh?
Are they even announcing it, like, over the loudspeaker? I haven't heard nothing. Maybe their mics aren't working or something, but you're right. They have the ball marked on the 19-yard line.
Yeah.
So which seems like it could be, I don't know what. I don't want to speculate. It could be a hold. It could be whatever else from the spot of the foul. But so it's not a 1st and 10 at the 45. It's going to be a 2nd and, 13 from the 19 or second?
Well, now the official, he's running off the field. So we got all.
We knew what was going. Oh, that's good news to see that.
Yeah, it is.
Wow, that's really good to see. Schweigert popped up, and he's walking off the field, and he was, boy, it looked like he was in pain initially, and tough kid. Glad to see him come off.
Well, he goes off the field. Shanley comes back to the football, and now the official went into the corner over here, and I'm not sure what he's doing over there, but. Yeah, I don't know what that. I didn't even see a flag. Well, we can't do anything without the official.
So the flag, the penalty, I don't know what ends up being a 2-yard loss. So I don't know where it had to be a hold or something, Scott. So they'll give him like a 12-yard run.
Well, we've got no official on the field as of right now. So 36-28 as we'll take a quick timeout as the Deacons lead it on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
Ackerman Estfolds is an experienced team of architects and civil engineers committed to achieving the best possible solution for every project. Over the past 20 years, our team has been trusted with jobs big and small throughout the state, from major flood protection projects to county roads, classroom walls, and community spaces. We will be your partner through the initial design to final construction. Trust the Ackerman Estfold team with your next project.
All right, we're ready for action as the official back on the field, as I think there might have been a chop block there. 2nd and 15. Meyer rolling to his right, looks for Oshak, finds him at the 30-yard line. I don't know if he had enough for the first. Oh, it appears that he did. Nope, they're going to say it's 3rd down.
Just short.
As he's about a yard short. As it looked, he just didn't know where the first down marker was. So 3rd down and 1 now for Shanley. Meyer keeps it, breaks one tackle, 40, and he goes down there. Ooh, he just went down awkward, too.
Tried to slide.
Yeah, but he had that one leg tucked behind him. So Meyer picks up the first down at the 42-yard line. They spot it, 9:45 left to go in the ball game. Meyer fakes Perkarovich, slant pattern. Oshak cut, look out. 35-30, 25-20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown to Shanley.
Well, it was a matter of time, Scott, a 58-yard slant. Kellogg had been getting by with, some drop passes, some overthrows, some whatever, and eventually Oshak's going to get you on that one. It was man-to-man coverage, the kind of a short post pattern, about a 10-yard post, and quarterback threw it on a dime. He caught it, and Kellogg was not going to catch Sam Oshak. 58-yard reception. The quick strike offense did it again.
Sam Oshak said, "Hey, how about me, guys?
Yes, my turn.
I got
Hello.
5 touchdowns on the year for us, and I haven't gotten a sniff tonight."
All of a sudden, he's got 4 catches for 116 yards.
2-point conversion, Oshak, and that's going to be intercepted. That time Kellogg got an interception in the end zone. Oshak wanted to rip him down, so the 2-point conversion is no good. 9:34 to go in the ball game on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Shanley 42, Century 28. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Many of our clients come to us already accomplished in their lives and on the right track. However, whether it's in response to a life-changing event or you are nearing retirement, you can sleep well knowing that together we have planned for both life's opportunities and challenges. And no matter what happens, we are here to help guide you.
Well, Sam Oshak with 5 touchdowns on the season, as Chuck mentioned, their leading receiver. He just added touchdown number 6 there.
Quarterback, how about this for a day? 18 for 27, 322 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
That's not bad.
No.
Nope, that's getting the job done. And, well, now Century offensively has got to go back to work.
That one took a minute 9. Jeez.
Sean to kick it away. And Jensen can't handle it. Now it's picked up at the 15 and ripped down at the 20-yard line on the return there. That was Palczewski again. And so Century is going to have it 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line, trailing this one 42-28 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. 9:29 left to play here in the ball game.
So the scoring problem has not been, or scoring hasn't been a problem for the Patriots. They've put up 28 points. Shanley, the best defense in Eastern North Dakota, giving up just 16, but their defense just cannot stop this juggernaut.
And they hand it off to Lil, and he's going to be brought down for a loss of about 2 there. So that'll bring up a 2nd down and 12 for Century. Timeouts, both teams with 3 timeouts. Again, we'll have our planning team financial advisor, Shots Crossroads, post-game report after this one. We'll also pick a Sport Clips MVP and also a Jobbers Moving and Storage move of the game. As we said, boy, there's been a lot of good ones in this one. It's been a highly powered offensive show here by both teams, as Twardowski back to pass, throws picked off at the 20, 15, 10 into the end zone. Touchdown Shanley, and on the interception, that was Jordan Leininger. Why not? You've got them all offensive. Why not get one defensively?
Don't. Here we go. How about that big fella?
Oh, boy, I know you were just chomping at the bit. You were just chomping at the bit to get this replay going here. And
hey, we got it good. You got a chance to see the interception.
Yeah.
I was wondering where he caught it. Was right. Just stepped inside him at about the 20-yard line. Ran it the rest of the way, showed his running ability as he ran through a couple arm tackles. So Leininger picks up his 4th touchdown. Myers got 4 touchdown passes. Wonder which 2 guys we might talk to if the Patriots can't come back.
Yeah, here's Meyer. Throws it high, that was intended for there. I believe that was Busick. Over his head, and 2-point conversion is no good. 8:41 to go in the ballgame on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Shanley pulling away. They lead at 48-28. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Well, a Jordan Leininger interception return, and Shanley tacks on 6 more, and they lead it by 20 at 48-28 with 8:41 to go in the ballgame.
He's the real deal.
Yeah, he is.
Jordan Leininger, 2-time baseball All-State guy. I mean, plays basketball too for the Deacons, who lost 2 at state.
And Century muffs the return. They got to fall on it at the 25, and they do there. Well, Century's got their work cut out for them here with 8:39 to go in the ball game as they trail it by 20 on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
Yeah, now the Shanley will kind of pin their ears back like they haven't done it already, but now they're really going to go for, when you got a 20-point lead on an offense that you surely trust, you probably takes even some more risks.
And we got to get one more player in there for Century, and we do, as it was the fullback who was on vacation on the sideline. Now he comes in. Now they hand it off. Lil going left. He's going to be stood up there for little or no gain. And it's a no gain.
Checked in the game for Shanley is Isaac Butler playing a little defense now. Butler committed to Jamestown, if I recall. I think that's right, is it not? Isaac Butler, yeah, he's got an offer from Jamestown College. I guess he hasn't committed yet, but.
So Century now on 2nd and 10, no gain there. They go trips left. Lil stands alongside Twardowski. They fake it. Twardowski keeps it going right, and he breaks through the line of scrimmage and dives out towards the 30-yard line. They're going to spot him at the 29. Isaac Perkarovich makes a stop there. Clock winds to 7:49.
Boy, just a ankle tackle right there on Twardowski. Gets through that one. Truly, he picks up the first down. So the Patriot offensive line, they have done a good job tonight. They have really blocked well.
Yes,
I know Ole
they have.
Taylor has. We've had a couple guys sending us stuff talking about how good of a night Ole Taylor and Braxton Dahl, both guards, have had tonight.
3rd down and 6. Twardowski throws it across the middle, and it's picked off again at the 35, 30, and out of bounds on the interception there. As you will see, coming up with that interception return was Caden Binnick, and Binnick is out of bounds, and it will be Shanley's ball. Oh, no. Do we have a penalty? Yeah, we have a penalty there.
Oh, ruh-roh. Okay, never mind.
Pass interference. Okay.
So he got hit early, is what they're saying. So they're going to give him 15 yards. Totally screwed up my score sheet. Thank you, guys. So we'll give him 15 yards then. Instead of the interception, he gets a 15-yard penalty. Binnick is saying, hey, that was my first interception of the night, of the season. Come on, man.
First interception of the night.
The season for him.
All right, there we go.
It's easy.
1st and 10 for Century in the 44-yard line. Twardowski steps up, throws it down the seam to Lil, and it's incomplete. And out there on the coverage, was that the linebacker there?
Yeah.
That was Max Sorensen.
Yeah, did a good job running in stride with him. Now they're starting to force some things, You can see that and the quarterback just not having a ton of time because right now these defensive ends, Allers and Holden Deutsch. I mean, Deutsch is in playing for Bo Meyer.
So 2nd down and 10 now for Century.
Meyer. I guess I can't call him Bo. I don't know if his name is Bo. I saw some stuff in baseball that was Bo, but I better call him Bowden, Landon's brother.
Twardowski, now he steps up. He's flushed out. 45, stops, cuts, reverses his field, and he's going to be brought down at the 48-yard line. Max Sorensen again, so it'll bring up a is it going to be 3rd down.
Yeah, should have kept going. I mean, instead of cutting back, if he had at least picked up, 4 more yards and got closer to that 1st down, still picked up 4 yards on the scramble.
Clock winds, the 6:40 left to play here.
Twardowski, Century's running attack is good.
Yeah.
You know, it just the passing side just is not what they need it to be in terms of enough threat.
3rd down and 6 now. The Shanley faithful up. Twardowski throws it out in the flat. He's got a man out there, caught and out of bounds at the 40. No, still on his feet at the 37-yard line. Yeah, that was Xavier Harlestead on the reception there. The 6'2", 190-pound sophomore. So big play for Century. The clock stops with continues to run as they reset it. 6:10 to go. 1st down and 10 now for Century from the Deacon 36-yard line. Lil, go right, slips inside, and he's brought down at the 30-yard line as Gavin Lil.
Still falling forward was Lil. Landon Mitchell, their leading tackler at inside linebacker, just a sophomore, stepped up and made that play.
And Century's got to get a little bit more of a hurry here with 5.5 to play, and they're down 20. Lil going left, breaks through the line, 25, angles near side, turns upfield 20, stiff arm 15, and out of bounds at the 14-yard line goes Gavin Lil. Another good run for Gavin.
Got through the line of scrimmage. Great blocking by that front line, Kraft and Dahl on the left side. Then he bounces to the outside, showed his speed, stiff-armed Sam Oshak. I don't think he appreciated that.
No, he didn't. Century once again inside the ServPro red zone. 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians, advanced technology, fire and water cleanup and restoration at ServPro.
17-yard pickup, 140 yards now, and 22 carries for Lil.
Twardowski, eye backfield. Lil dots the eye once again. Twardowski rolling to his right. Stops, cuts inside, and falls forward to the 10-yard line. Kortba makes a stop there. Sean Kortba.
I think you said Cotterba. Right? I think that's what you told me before. What is it, Kortba?
Cutterba.
Say that again.
Cutterba, that's it.
Thank you for the Shanley faithful in taking the filming for us. We appreciate it as we got Dumb and Dumber in here trying to say his name.
I had it on my phonetics sheet right here.
Okay, well.
My hooked on phonics. Yeah, there it is. Look at there. Right there. Cutterba. I got it right there.
Okay,
it just wasn't in my.
Unfortunately, it was
Unfortunately, it wasn't. Doesn't do me any good underneath the table, does it?
It doesn't.
4:42 to go. 2nd down and 7. Low snap. Twardowski's got to get it under pressure. Eludes it. Fights for his life, and he just gets hammered out of bounds on the far sideline.
He pops right back up, though.
Twardowski, he's a tough man.
He is, no doubt. He's a tough kid. He made something out of nothing because he was, like you said, a low snap, Scott. He picked it up, and he had 2 Deacons right on his tail. Turned up field, showed his speed, showed his toughness.
48-28.
It's 100 yards now. 2 guys over the Century mark, which is going to be, I mean, they're going to like it, but it surely isn't going to be anything that they're going to hang their hat on.
Update, and we'll get you some scoreboard updates here once we get to it. 3rd down and 4 to go from the 8-yard line. Twardowski keeps it, goes left, and he's going to be brought down for no gain.
Well, he was just engulfed by Luke Rogan.
2 minutes left in the 3rd up in Williston. The Coyotes lead Legacy 33-15. 6 minutes left in the 4th. Mandan leading St. Mary's 21-14. And Minot at the end of 3 over Davies throwing a shutout, pitching their 2nd straight shutout so far. Minot High leads 20-0. Here we go. 4th down and 4. From the 8-yard line. Twardowski back to pass, flush. He's got to run. He's got room. Trying to get to the 1st down. Bulls his head down towards the pylon. He's got the 1st down, and he's ridden out of bounds at about the 3-yard line, was it?
Yeah, right down that corner. And just a heads-up play. Good job with the defenders by Binnick and Hannison and Oshak. I mean, they did a great job. There was nobody open, and so the quarterback had to scramble again, turned upfield, know where he had to get that 1st down, stuck his head down, and picked up 5 yards and a 1st down.
So 1st down and go for Century. From the 3-yard line, Twardowski under center, hands off Lil, going left. Lil into the end zone, touchdown Century. And that makes it 48-34 with 3:44 left to play. Now do you go for two here, Chuck, or what do you do?
Well, I don't think you have to because you're still down 2 scores. So I would imagine you'll still kick it.
Yep. I would agree with that.
Third touchdown run for Gavin Lill.
And Jangle on to attempt the extra point as out of the hold of Nodland. Snap, hold, kick is up, and the kick is good. 3:44 left to go in the ball game. On the BNC Bank scoreboard, it's Shanley 48, Century 35. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
An injury can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clairmont, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clairmont, and McBride.
Well, the Deacons now bring out the hands team as they line up right just shy of midfield as they're anticipating that onside kick by Century.
What, you think they got a better chance that they know it's coming as opposed with the pep and the Patriots to start the second half?
Yeah, I would say so.
They're prepared. They got 11 guys up there, guys that that don't have a number 80 or number 60 or 70 on there.
Well, let's see what Jangula can do here. Here it comes, and oh boy.
Right off the chest of Busick.
Well executed. Century's saying they have it.
Busick tried to go down to pick it up, and it short hopped him, but then right behind came flying up to pick it up. Let's see, who is it? Number 9, Scotty. Landon Mitchell, I think he's the one who came from the bottom of the pile, so Busick is buying him dinner tonight.
Yes, he is. Very, very well executed by Jangula there.
Yeah.
As that was a bullet.
they're saying to Busick, saying, hey, was it hands team or was it no hands team there, big guy?
Well, Century's got to force a turnover here somehow, some way, as 3:40 left to go in the ball game, and Meyer, they're going to keep it on the ground. There's Prikarovich straight up the middle. And we're going to have a Hubbard National Insurance timeout on the field after the gain of 2. 48-35 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Century leads. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Every 10 minutes, 3 people in the United States will die from a preventable incident. More people are dying on our roadways and in their homes than ever before, but that's where the North Dakota Safety Council can help. Safety is our mission, from the workplace to any place. We're a private nonprofit that offers more than 150 training courses that are dynamic, hands-on, and effective. From CPR and first aid to driver safety and even workplace violence preparedness. We want to make sure your loved ones come home safe each night. Go to ndsc.org to see how together we can make a difference.
Meyer on 2nd down and 8, throw a screen pass. Prikarovich catches it, avoids traffic, and gets into Century territory. Stays in bounds. Clock will wind, and Ron Wingenbach's going to use another timeout. And we'll keep it right here, as we'll try to update you here on a few scores. On the two-way side, Valley City leading Horace 14-13, 2 minutes left in the fourth. Told you North hangs on and defeats South 28-27. Jamestown all over Wahpeton 47-6. Watford City all over Turtle Mountain 37-0. Devils Lake leading Dickinson 27-7.
Devils Lake got throttled.
They got hammered
by somebody
last week.
Earlier in the season, and and Dickinson were they undefeated or one loss? They were like ranked
loss.
5.
Yeah, they're ranked number 4.
4, okay.
And then Cheyenne leading Red River 32-14.
Shan's quarterback that's hurt, Caleb Dorr. I know he just signed for baseball scholarship at SDSU.
Ooh, how about New Salem, Elmont, and Hettinger County? They're 8-8 in overtime.
Ooh.
Here's a hitch and go across the middle. Oshak caught. And, ball jarred loose. And it comes all the way back to the 45 as he caught it at the 35.
Okay.
Century's got it.
How was his forward progress not stopped, Scott? He got hit in the 35 and got pushed back 5 yards, and then they ripped the ball out. I mean, hey, good news for Century on that one, but I'm sure Coach Mattern's saying, you got to be kidding me. Or something more flavorful.
Something that probably had a few more adjectives in that, Chuck.
So, I mean, where do you give it?
Well,
you give it to the 35?
You would know. You give him at the 45. That's where we fumbled.
No. But the ball went way back the other way. He ripped it out.
Yeah, so here we go. Century has it 1st and 10 from the Shanley 45. They set up a screen to Gavin Lill. Flag is down. Breaks tackle. 45-40, 35-30, 25, runs 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, but hang on.
Well, what's going to happen is, was it a holding call down for lineman downfield or holding or something? As it's turned out, it's a 55-yard screen play, but the officials sent Shanley's coming back saying, nope. Come on back. What a play for Gavin Lill. And what a
Gavin
call.
Lill. What a great individual effort there by Gavin Lill, showing a burst of speed.
I mean, that middle screen, that's the second time that's worked big time now. Well, the hold, maybe that was the reason why it worked, but they're going to say it happened right at the line of scrimmage, so a penalty, that would have been, holy cow. I mean, that would have been one score.
Yep.
Ouch.
Well,
Century's offense, no matter what happens tonight, they're going to leave with some confidence.
Yeah, they certainly are, as now Century will have it 1st and 20 from their own 35-yard line. Now we got a flag. Now what do we got here now? Now we got to delay a game against Century.
Oh, man. It took forever to get everybody back.
What you want to have. Yeah, it did.
6 penalty for the Patriots, 50 yards.
So they move it back to the 30, 2:56 left to play. Century now faced with a 1st and 25 from their own 30-yard line, trailing 48-35.
Still raining. You doing the interview after the game?
Nope, I'm not. They throw it out in the flat and overthrown the intended receiver, and he just ripped down
It looks like he was tackled almost before he stops. He pops up, Allers, and gives him the no good. Allers he's the one who picked him up. He read it as the running back Lill went out from the backfield, and he picked him up. Great call, great job by the defensive end. Allers, he's had a really good football game tonight as well. There's a lot of guys from Shanley who played well, and Century for that matter.
Yep, 2nd down and 25 for Century. Clock stops, 2:53 to go. Now we got another. Now.
I don't know. Almost got hand signals by the officials back and forth.
Now we.
Are you ready? No, Adam. What's up?
Bingo. Twardowski back to pass. Twardowski looking, steps up. He's flushed out. He's in trouble. He just throws it out of bounds. Oh.
No, he threw it out of bounds, and Leininger almost caught it. Now he was getting chirpy with the official. So now the official didn't like that one. But the quarterback rolled out. He had 7 white jerseys following him.
Yeah.
So
it was
he just
all
tried
white.
to throw it out of bounds, and Leininger reached up and grabbed it.
I don't know if I can get that one.
Let's see. Nope, shoot.
No.
There you go. So it's going to be a 15-yard chirping penalty. Would have been 4th down on that
So now they move it out to the 45.
I shouldn't say 40. It would have been third and forever. No, would have been fourth down. Well, this is the third penalty in this possession alone. First the 10-yard holding, then a 5-yard delay a game, and then an incomplete pass, and now a 15-yard penalty. So, I mean.
So here we go. 3rd down and 10 now for Century.
Oh, it was a penalty after the play. That's
okay.
Why.
At the. Now here comes another one.
So actually you got to give a no gain or an incomplete pass.
And now we got a false start against Century. Well, what time does Mary play tomorrow?
What time is it? 9:05.
Yeah. I think Mary plays tomorrow afternoon, so I'm not sure.
This was a thick 6:30 start.
Yeah. Every other game in the state will be done. 48-35. 2:40 left to go in the ball game. Deacons.
Century, there's no give up. 2:40. I wouldn't be surprised if they could score in this possession.
Throws the screen. Oh, boy. And Prikarovich blows up the receiver there, Caden Hoffman. Clock winds at 2:29, so it'll bring up a 4th and 15, and obviously Century's going to go for it here.
Pass underneath, actually ended up losing 2 yards on the play. Who hit him? You there? Did you say Leininger again?
Yeah, no, that was Prikarovich.
Oh, sorry. And Prikarovich, as good as he's played on the offensive side, I mean, he is a very good linebacker.
So here we go. Century on 4th down and 12. This will be the ball game right here. And now Ron Wingenbach wants to call a timeout. Hubbard National Insurance timeout on the field. Contact your local Hub agents, Josh Cattell and Michael Warman at 355-3100 for your personal business insurance needs. 2:02 to go. Shanley 48, Century 35. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network. Here we go. Where they get it into Doppler up the near side. 3, 2 seconds, 1 second. Doppler rises right wing 3. Bingo! Oh! Anthony Doppler wins it at the buzzer. Oh! Are you kidding me? He turns, he fires, and he buries it. Well, 2:02 to go.
Got to convert here.
Yeah, you do. 4th down and 12.
You run the middle screen again? Nope, Lil's not even in there.
Yeah, he is. I think he's in the slot over here, isn't he?
He is.
Twardowski, they're going to throw it. There's Lil on it up. Got him turned around. Incomplete. Over the head of Lil at the 30-yard line, and Leininger was on the coverage, and that should about do it. We'll see what the Deacons can do here. They just got to take a couple of knees, and this one should be final.
Well, you'd think that that's what they would do, right?
Yep, as the Deacons are going to dodge a bullet. As Chuck Clairmont will make his way down into the elements. Well, maybe you just want to do 2 interviews this time, as there's the first knee. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, my 4th game this year, so yeah, I'll make sure it's on.
Okay, thanks, Tips.
And there's one knee, and they restart the play clock, and another knee coming here. As Chuck Clairmont is making his way down to the playing field, he'll get a few words with head coach Troy Mattern and a player, as the Deacons are going to remain undefeated as let's just say they dodge a bullet out here, out in Bismarck. There's the second knee. And it'll be all but academic here. And we'll try to get you updated on some scores as well, too. Trinity all over Shiloh Christian right now, 33-14. That's number 3 versus number 5 in the state. Velvet Garrison Drake Animus, a big win tonight, 58-0. They're ranked number 1 in the state. And there's the knee, and that's going to do it as the Deacons are going to hang on to win this one by a score of 48-35 over the Century Patriots, and a valiant effort by head coach Ron Wingebach and the Century Patriots as they gave the Deacons all they can handle here tonight. As all we do is we wait for the final horn to sound. That will happen in about 3 seconds, 2 seconds. And there's your final score. The Deacons win it here tonight on homecoming night against Century by a score 48-35. We'll take a timeout. We come back. Our planning team financial advisors, Shots Crossroad postgame report after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
On the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Welcome back to our planning team financial advisor Shots Crossroads report. Let's go down on the field and Chuck Clairmont. Chuck, take it away.
All right, hey, guys, what a game. I mean, Century gave it their all. The game was probably one of your tougher games you guys had this year.
Our team, we practice hard every week, and a Century team that's always very good. We always come in knowing we're gonna win, but we actually got to do it.
For you guys, such confidence in the first half. You go for 4th down and on your own side, and you pick up a big.
We all trust each other so much. Coach Mattern has so much confidence in all of us, and we all trust each other, and it's just a great team to be on.
For you guys to take a look at this, stepping in. This is 9 in a row now. I'm going to guess you're not looking too far ahead.
No, we always go 1 week at a time, and it's every week's a different week, and it's always a new game, and it's always tough, and we love a dogfight.
Coming all the way out here to win on their own on a homecoming night.
That's hard to do. Especially with a Century team that's always very solid and good like this one. It's hard. It's hard. We had a good team though. So.
All right, great job. Congratulations to you. Don't take off yet. And for you tonight, 4 touchdowns. I mean, you had 4 touchdowns. Jordan had 4 touchdowns. I mean, you guys, it seems like throwing, running, it doesn't make any difference to you. The confidence is so big offensively.
Yeah, I mean, any of my weapons, I'm just using all of them. I don't even pay attention to who it is. If I see them and they're in the right spot, I just got all the faith in the world. And shout out to the linemen. I mean, we got a lot of guys playing both ways. And, I mean, the rain's picking up right now, but just to be out there in this high-scoring game and just battle the whole game was great for our linemen, too.
I could tell the frustration early on a 4th down when you had Oshak wide open. Nobody was more mad than you on that play.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it just sucks to see those because, I mean, those plays happen. It's just how you respond to them. And I had the receivers get my back right away, and that's just great to see from a teammate perspective, just knowing they have my back.
And then you came back and you hit him on that slant pattern, though.
Yep, exactly. He was talking to me. He was like, just keep feeding me. I got you. And I was like, got you.
Big win for you. And I got to ask you one last question. Defensively, you've been starting for 2 years. Coach won't let you get in the field. What's the deal?
Yeah, I was asking the same thing. I mean, we got the guys to do it. We got Caden Binnick back there. I mean, he's just great at his position as well. And just if I don't gotta play both ways, then why do it?
All right, congratulations, great victory.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, don't leave yet, guys. Last thing, Coach, I'll get to you. I know you're soaking wet, and now I am too. Thanks to Scotty. Couldn't get
the conditions down here tonight, huh? They weren't, down on the field, the conditions were tough, especially in the first half. It was raining pretty good. I couldn't be more proud of the way our kids came out in the second half, but we missed on some big throws in the first half that we thought we could have put the game away early, but we didn't. Give credit to Century. They battled it. But at the end of the day, we just got to win the game.
It felt, too, like for you guys, such confidence, extreme confidence offensively, and, clearly Century's good quality defense, and they ran the ball very well, but it never felt like you guys were worried.
Well, you're always worried when they got number 9 on their side. I mean, that kid's a playmaker, and he made plays. But, yeah, we have an offense that, got a lot of different weapons, and we thought the looks that they gave us, we had opportunity to make some plays. And luckily, second half we did, because first half we missed on those same throws that we made in the second half.
Yeah, you could see coming out. Last thing, talk to me about that call when you came out, the old onside kick to get started in the second half.
Our special teams coordinator wanted to run it. He saw something. He saw something on film. I said, go ahead. And, obviously it's better when it works. But huge momentum swing. Obviously we score right away and get points early. But we talked about our kids coming out of the locker room. We have to win the third quarter. And I thought we did an excellent job. We were plus 15 in the third quarter, which really swung the game.
Congratulations. Great victory, Coach. Get in the plane and go back home.
Will do. Yeah, take care. Thanks for having us.
All right. Scotty, back up to you.
All right, Chuck, good job. There you have it. Troy Mattern and, Troy Mattern and, Jordan Leininger. And
how do you not get full players?
As
effort, right? We'll
get Chuck on mute there as they are getting their picture taken as they are victorious here tonight by a score of 48-35. Our planning team financial advisor Shots Crossroads postgame report rolls on with more after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
On the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, Coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Point. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's a spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it. Dip those crispy golden French fries in it. and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Welcome back to our planning team financial advisor Shots Crossroads post-game report. This one has gone final 48-35. Shanley remains unbeaten on the season as they come in and defeat Century on homecoming night here at the MD Resource Community Bowl. For a look at our final individual and team numbers, here's Chuck.
All right, thanks, Scott. For the Century Patriots, what a game they had on the ground as two guys over 100-yard mark. Gavin Lill, 23 carries, 143 yards, 3 touchdowns for him. Mike Twardowski, the quarterback, also had 100 yards. He had 105 on 23 carries. He had a 12-yard touchdown run. Twardowski throwing 6 of 8 for 72 yards with an interception. And Drew Nodlin had one throw, one completion for 34 yards and a touchdown. That 34-yard touchdown went to Rivers Martin. Gavin Lowell had a catch for 24 yards. Xavier, you took the roster.
What did I take?
Number 10. I want to make sure I give his last name so I have it right. Sorry, Scott. Xavier Harlestead. Thank you, sir. He had 16 yards. Oliver Jensen had 1 catch for 5. Caden Kaufman had 1 catch for -2. Cash Weisenberger had 1 catch for 5. And then Drew Nodlin also had a catch for 24 yards. On the Shanley side, Meyer, 16 carries, 94 yards. Perkarovich had 11 for 71 and a 6-yard touchdown run. And then Landon Meyer throwing 20 for 29, 335, 4 touchdowns. 3 of those went to Jordan Leininger. 6 catches for him for 118 yards. He had a 41-yarder and 2 28-yarders for touchdowns for Leininger. Sam Oshak had 5 catches for 119 and a 58-yard slant play that he went to the house with that one. Caden Crispin had 4 for 55. Chad Pollock 1 for 12, and Isaac Perkarovich had 1 catch for 24 yards. Team statistics: Century 46 rushes for 248 yards. Shanley had 29 for 177. 6 completions for the Patriots for 78 yards. 72 yards. Actually, that's not right because I got to add 34 more. So 7 completions for 106. 335 yards passing for Shanley. So 65 plays for the Patriots for 354 yards. So you just look at that alone, Scott, and you think, man, they had to win. Well, then you look at the next box over, 58 plays for 512 yards for the Deacons. Deacons just had 1 punt. Century only had 2, but 6 penalties for 50 yards for the Patriots, 5 for 65 for Shanley. Shanley had 20 first downs, 9 for the Patriots, 2 sacks on the Shanley side, and then a big Leininger interception that went to the house for a pick 6 in his 4th touchdown. So stats-wise, both teams put up a lot of yards and a lot of points, but Shanley, pretty unstoppable, pretty impressive. I said before the game, I thought last year's offense was better, but man, I don't know. After tonight's performance, they got some talent there. They have some weapons.
They're pretty high octane. Well, we got a couple more things to do here. We got to give out our Jobbers Moving and Storage Move of the Game, brought to you by Jobbers Moving and Storage. They can help you move across town or across the country. Locations in Bismarck, Minot, Fargo, and Aberdeen. And Chuck, our Jobbers Moving and Storage Move of the Game is?
You know, do you go with the Leininger return? I mean, ultimately, the game was still in doubt at that point, and he steps in front of that pass. I mean, there was some cool ones. I mean, let's be real. How many? When you look at some of the touchdowns tonight, you could have all kinds of them. You could have the Nodlin. Actually, you know what? That's got to be, even though it's Patriots losing, that's got to be the Jobbers Moving and Storage move of the game, is the Nodlin pitch pass to Rivers Martin, right?
I would agree with that.
34
there you
yards
have it.
there for the Patriots.
That's our Jobbers Moving and Storage move of the game. And now we've got to give out our Sport Clips MVP of the game. Chuck, let's get to that one right here. There we go. Brought to you by Sport Clips, brings you the MVP of this matchup. Sport Clips is the home to the MVP haircut experience. Nothing comes close to making you feel like an MVP, quite like the MVP experience at Sport Clips. And tonight's Sport Clips game MVP is?
Co-MVPs again. How do you go against a Landon Meyer who had 20 completions for 335, 4 touchdowns, and then but Leininger had 3 of those touchdowns, 6 catches, 118. Plus, he was all over the field defensively and had a pick 6, so 4 touchdowns for him. So Cole Sport Clips MVPs of the game, Landon Meyer and Jordan Leininger.
Well, that's going to do it for us here as this one has gone final. I'm going to see if I can let's give you a look at our – we'll move that now. Let's take a look at our upcoming schedule. Next week, Legacy Minot on Tuesday. That's boys soccer. And then Century and Minot. Boys soccer coming up on Thursday, and then Friday will be Bismarck High and Mandan, and Minot and Cheyenne next Friday in football. Also, big one coming up tomorrow, Stanley and Bishop Ryan on the PSP Network. Nick Hulberg will have the call for you of that one up in Minot there, or up in Minot, I should say. So
you did say.
I did say that, right? Well, I feel like I've been here for 6 days. So we want to thank all of our sponsors here tonight. We want to thank BNC National Bank, also Valvoline Instant Oil, Change Hubbard National Insurance, Serve Pro, Minot State, Roger Ward Moving and Storage, UPS Store, Jersey Mike's, Presswich Orthodontics, Northern Plains Heating and Air, the Pigskin Preview, also to Planning Team Financial Advisors and Shots Crossroads, Sport Clips, and our Jobbers Moving and Storage. Move the game. Give you a BNC Bank scoreboard update on the 3A side of thing. Williston still over Legacy 33-15. Mandan over St. Mary's 35-14. Minot High shuts out Davies 26-0. And then Red River, Cheyenne over Red River 38-14. Repeating our final score here. Also want to give a big thanks out to Johnny Haugen. Sorry we lost video there late here. As you can see, a black screen there. So we apologize for that. Big thanks to Johnny for running the camera here tonight. Repeating our final score here tonight. Fargo Shanley wins it 48-35. For Chuck Clairmont, Scott Woodmansee saying so long from the MD Resource Community Bowl.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
On the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with the hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of Finrun SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
At Schatz Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Schatz Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.